Business Commercial Remodel Project winner for 2020. David Price Construction, the proud ECU Home Services partner.
Hey Pirate Nation, Shimmer Boutique is your one-stop shop for all your tailgate essentials. This is Holt Millers, and if you need a Yeti cooler, apparel, shoes, or accessories for the season, Shimmer has you covered. Shimmer Boutique is also the exclusive retailer in Greenville carrying the largest selection of built and broken gear for adults and youth. Be ready for game day and every day at Shimmer Boutique on Greenville Boulevard behind Starbucks and in Winterville across from Lowe's. Go Pirates!
Do you have an old injury or just some pain that keeps holding you back? It's time for you to get better. With Kinetic Physical Therapy and Wellness, we can help you get your life back. Whether you need to get back to a sport, back in the gym, or just back to enjoying life, our team of specialists use a one-on-one, hands-on approach in our state-of-the-art facility to get you back moving again. Don't settle for where you are. Don't stay in pain. Visit kptonline.com today to see how Kinetic Physical Therapy and Wellness can help you live well, move more, and hurt less.
While you're sleeping, our whole hogs are slow cooking over wood to create that bite that Eastern North Carolina is known for. I'm Sam Jones, and for more than 3 generations, my folks have been the torchbearers for what whole hog barbecue is supposed to be. At Sam Jones, you'll find plenty of smoke, but no mirrors. Everything, and I mean everything, is made fresh daily, including our sides, sweets, and sauces. Come on over and see us at Sam Jones Barbecue, and I bet you'll be able to taste our passion in just one bite. Sam Jones Barbecue, Fire Tower Road.
I'm Michael Vaughn with East Coast Grading and Utilities. Many of you know my dad, David Vaughn, and his work in putting in subdivisions all over Pirate Nation. But East Coast Grading and Utilities is not just for those type of big jobs. We're here for the homeowners. Whether it's concrete, driveways, hauling rock, or sand, whatever you need, East Coast Grading and Utilities can get the job done. Call us at 252-531-7494 or check us out on Facebook at East Coast Grading and Utilities.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington.
Can you be quiet, please? Thank you.
Welcome to Pirate Radio Live.
There's local politics, bud.
I want to shake his hand. I want to shake his hand. I want to shake his hand.
Was that supposed to be funny?
Get these clowns out of here.
Why would they do that?
You were having a freaking game.
Dude. It's a cocky bunch, man.
Now live from the Pirate Radio studios in the heart of the Pirate Nation, here is your host, Clip Brock.
All right, welcome in to this Monday edition of Pirate Radio Live. Clip Brock here inside the Pirate Radio studios, coming to you today on Pirate Radio 92.7 FM in Greenville, 104.1 in Washington. We're on 1250, 930. Also online, pr927fm.com, and you can watch the show on Facebook Live and YouTube. Had a ton of folks checking us out before and after the game on Saturday on the Bud Light pregame tailgate and the U.S. Cellular fifth quarter call-in show, and we'll continue to get your reaction from East Carolina's heartbreaking loss to NC State on Saturday, 21-20. So you can check in with us on Facebook, on YouTube, on Twitter, and also it is Delcor Players Lounge Monday. So coming up in the next 3 hours, we're going to try to hook up with East Carolina running back Raje Harris, Pirate linebacker Xavier Smith, another LB, Miles Berry, also Pirate tight end Ryan Jones, rush end Jeremy Lewis, and Keaton Mitchell, ECU running back, along with Isaiah Winstead, the wide receiver of the Pirates. Got Holt Millers joining us first on the program. Shirley Rhodes is here. The Chan Man, Chandler Honeycutt, and Troy D alongside. Hello, folks. What's up, Troy?
Clip, good to see you, man. We made it through the first weekend.
We made it, and now it's on to week 2.
It is. Time
we
is
are
flying.
in the middle of the tornado.
Can you believe it's already here?
I can. I know you can't, but it is, and we are ready to go.
Lots to recap, but let's hit it off with the Pitt Electric Live line with Holt Millers, Clip.
That's right. The QB joins us today on Pirate Radio Live. Holton, how you doing, man?
Good. How are you guys doing?
We're doing all right. I guess first of all, Holton, people worried about how you're feeling today with the shoulder. So, first of all, how are you doing with the shoulder on this Monday?
Yeah, I'm doing all right. I mean, going to be in the training room this week, but nothing I haven't done before. So that's just kind of how the season is. You get bumps and bruises along the way, and you kind of live in the training room up until about Wednesday or Thursday, and then your body starts feeling good, and Saturday you're ready to go, and then Sunday you're back in the training room and start it all over. So Been doing it for a while now and just kind of know how this thing goes. So, nothing new for me.
Yeah, and Holton, this is Troy. I know you've dealt with that issue, especially a dislocated shoulder before, I guess, if that's what you call it. For those of us that have not had that happen, take us through, like, what, obviously you get tackled, you land on it a little funny, it pops out a joint. Like, what exactly happens? It pops out a joint, like almost like a jammed finger, and then you pop it back in. Like, explain the process of what happens and how you get it back.
Yeah, so I honestly thought it was a stinger, which is very common in football, and especially in your arm. And my whole arm just kind of, it just felt, it hurt pretty good. A stinger is just pretty much like a shock to your shoulder or arm, and I thought it was that. And when I moved down and looked at it, by the time I moved it, I kind of popped it back into place, not knowing that I did it. Luckily, kind of, because if the trainers would have had doing it, it would probably been a lot more. I would have probably been out for more plays than I was. So luckily I did it and just got back in there. I think the rule is if the trainers come out onto the field, you got to sit out a play. But once I sat out that play, I was right back into the game.
How often does that happen to you during the course of a season?
So I've never popped my shoulder out of place. So that was the first for me. I didn't really even know what it would feel like, and I literally in the moment I didn't even know it was out of place until, like I said, it popped back in, and I was like, crap. And then I got a little weak for a second. That's why I was on my back. I thought I was going to throw up just from feeling the weakness of it and realizing what happened. But then once I came to realize kind of what everything happened, right after that I was fine. Once I stood up and everything, it was a little sore, but I just took some medicine and got on with it.
Talking to Holt Millers, ECU starting quarterback, Pirates took the number 13 team in the nation to the final play of the game. And Holton, a lot of folks would say East Carolina outplayed the Wolfpack. Unfortunately, the final score just didn't reflect it, came up a point or two short. Just your thoughts of the game, first of all, overall, just the atmosphere, and then just the game itself, how things went.
Yeah, the atmosphere was amazing. We really appreciate the fans doing that, and hopefully we can recreate that this Saturday versus a good ODU team coming in here. A night-ish game. It'll be night by the time we're done with it, so that'll be a fun one with the tailgate and stuff like that for the fans. But, yeah, it was a fun weekend. Obviously, we wish we could have won it. We think we have a team that can win that game, and, our program is to the point now where we're not here for moral victories. We're here to win games, and unfortunately we lost, and that's all we take from us. We lost it, and we got to be better this weekend to win more games. So we're in it for the wins and learn from the losses and just grow from it.
Holt Millers joining us, 25 of 41, 267 yards, had 2 touchdowns and 2 interceptions, and we talk about the good and the bad. Holton, how about the 2 early picks? You were able to bounce back from them, but one kind of down the sideline, and then one, what was an overthrow? What did you see when you look back at those interceptions on Saturday?
Yeah, they were both the right reads. Just made bad throws. On the first one, I just underthrew them. It was early in the game, and I just underthrew them. Should have put it more out there. And the second one, I double clutched it. Probably should have ran the ball. I knew he was going to be open based off the coverage they gave us, but their safety, the backside safety, kind of roamed into the throwing lane, and when I took off the run, I saw it open back up and just overthrew him. So, yeah, just got to learn from it. Not my first interception I've ever thrown at ECU. Probably won't be my last, but just got to learn from it.
Holton, when we talked last week, you mentioned that Donnie had kind of given you the green light to check off or audible whenever you saw fit. How many times did you end up doing that on Saturday?
A ton. Pretty much every run play, like I said earlier, pretty much every run play we have has a check to it now of multiple runs in it, based off of the defense that they give us and the weakness of that, and even pass plays, even now. So, I did it. I don't know the exact number, but, just about every other play, I probably had some sort of check or some sort of change of call.
And obviously, the ending was tough for everybody, and, Owen Daffer, a hero last year, unfortunately, unable to execute that game-winning field goal, missed an extra point. Who talks to him? You're kind of the team leader, obviously, at quarterback, and obviously it's the coach's responsibility. But did you end up saying anything to him, and if so, what?
Yeah, I did. I sat with him after the game in the locker room and just told him that I've been there when people are scrutinizing you and doing all this, but those are the same people that are cheering for you when you do good, and that's why. Fans are great, but at the end of the day, they are fans. And you got to keep a tight circle, and if you know me, I keep a super tight circle around. I mean, it's just kind of me and my family and the people I grew up with, and that's it. Everyone else's opinions, I appreciate, but at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. The people that really care for you are going to be there through the good and the bad, and that's how college football is. That's how sports are in general, and really life too. So, I told him I was there for him, and like I said, I've been through a lot of the same things he's going through now, and just told him if he needs something, I'm still going to be there for him either way.
How is he handling it? It is obviously a big moment, and kicking. It's a lot of in mental game, as you know. How has he been doing?
Yeah, he's definitely down, but as well as he can be doing. He's going to learn from it just like we all are. We could have won that game on a ton of different plays than just one kick. So we're not too focused on that, and we're focused on growing from it. And I promise you, I missed plenty of throws on Saturday that could have helped us win that game at the end of the game.
Holt Millers joining us, and his redemption story will hopefully be written later this year. And I think that Saturday was a good example of redemption. We talked about your 2 picks. You played great in the second half. Jalen Johnson, Isaiah Winstead had some drops early. Some of that's credited to NC State hitting those guys right when they caught the ball. But, man, they looked really good. C.J. Johnson back. He looked really good. 4 catches for Ryan Jones. How about the distribution of your targets there, Holden? When you, look at the stat sheet, look back at the film, were you pleased with how you were able to spread the ball around to all those guys on Saturday?
Yeah, it was. I know we've kind of talked about it all camp that we have guys on the outside that are as good as anyone in the country, and we still believe that, leaving the game Saturday, that we got guys that can compete with anyone. And the good thing about it is we don't just have 1 or 2. We firmly believe we have, 6 or 7 guys that can go in there and compete and really help us win games. So it was good to see that and see all the guys get the ball and, have the opportunity to make plays.
And brighter days are ahead for the ECU run game, I think, beginning Saturday against Old Dominion. That NC State front, there's a reason they're 13th in the country, and a lot of it is their defense. But it's never great when Holt Millers is the leading passer and rusher. I think that'll change coming up next week, Holton. But is that one of those situations? You guys stuck with it. You tried to run the ball, and you hit a big one with Mitchell and also Raje's touchdown run. But when you got to throw 41 times, I was impressed you guys were able to move the ball the way you did, the way that NC State D-line was playing.
Yeah, we knew they were really good. They're one of the best defenses in the nation. They're definitely one of the best defenses, if not the best defense that we face all year. They're super talented, and their scheme's really good. And anytime you have those two going for you, and they had 10 returning starters to a top 10 defense last year. So, obviously they're going to be a really good defense this year. So we knew going in we were going to have to RPO them early, get those linemen moving and stuff. And the second half, the run lane started to open up a bit more. But they had some dudes up front and that linebacker. And anytime you have that, it is going to be hard to run the ball.
Holden, it seems like, Keaton Mitchell is so fast and so dangerous threat every time he touches the ball. It seems like if you can get him in space in like a slant pattern or whatever, he could really outmaneuver that defense versus just a handoff. How much are you trying to get the ball to him on a quick pass versus just a handoff?
Yeah, anytime we can get him the ball, it's going to be good. Like you said, anytime he can touch it, he can score. And just kind of like you said, any way we can get it, if it's a catch or a run, just get him the ball. And I thought Coach K did a good job of getting him the ball in some pass game too. I know he had a couple catches, so obviously the more the better. But we do have some guys on the outside too that are, like I just said, super talented too. So just being balanced in that and keeping everyone happy and just moving the ball down the field is our goal.
And I know you were excited about C.J. Johnson, his kind of comeback story. What a coming out party for him with that first touchdown.
Yeah, it was. It was good to see him, and he's had a really good offseason once he got back with us and kind of, changed the way he is and the teammate he is. So super proud of him. Glad he's on our team because he is super talented and is really going to help us this year. And he's going to help us. We think we can compete for a conference championship, and he's going to be a big part of that.
Holt Millers joining us on the Pitt Electric Live Line. It's the Delcor Players Lounge. Holden, just so close to being able to celebrate on the field with your teammates and the Pirate fans. That's exactly what happened with Old Dominion on Friday night as they knocked off Virginia Tech. Did you watch that game live, or have you gone back and watched any of Old Dominion yet?
Yeah, I got a little bit of it live, and I've already watched their film and got a head start on them. So they're a good football team. You don't knock off a ACC opponent like that of Virginia Tech without being a good football team. So we got a good team rolling in here, and we're going to need all of Pirate Nation and all of our team to come in ready to roll.
How's everybody doing health-wise? We talked about your personal health and your shoulder and everything, other than the bumps and bruises. But how is everybody else, at least on the offense, looking?
We're good. It's just, like you said, just bumps and bruises. I mean, you're always going to have people in the training room getting treatment. But for the most part, we came out of it pretty healthy for a football game.
Talked to Ryan Jones later. He was limping around, just kind of one of those things. He said it was Willie Smith who joined us, said you are completely healthy, like when the ball's kicked off week 1, and after that, you're really not healthy the rest of the year. So that's just kind of how it works, right, Holt?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, once the season starts, you're never really truly 100% health. So that's just how football is, and you just got to stay in the training room and get as healthy as you can for the next week.
And Holton, as you know, there's a difference between playing hurt and injured. If you're injured, you can't play, but everybody's kind of hurt a little bit.
Yeah, and then that's the thing is you're going to have bumps and bruises and stuff, and you just got to, kind of like you said, just stay as healthy as possible and, get to Saturday and then kind of restart the whole process over once the week's over and once the game's over with. But, the goal is to be as healthy as possible Saturday, and our training staff does a really good job of that, and we think we have the best training staff in the nation, and we're just lucky to have them.
Well, I think you caught the attention of a lot of folks, especially on national TV coming out of College game day. East Carolina battled tough, took it down to the wire, had a chance to win. And I know all the state fans I talked to felt very lucky to get out of Greenville with a win, and it almost felt like they didn't deserve it. But keep your head up, Holton, and the team. There is a lot to build on for this season, and I think this, and I'm not just saying it because we're friends with you guys, I really think this could still be a magical year for ECU football.
Yeah, for sure. We do too, so we're excited about it, and just excited for Saturday, and that's why you start getting the win column then.
Sounds good. We'll touch base again with you soon next week, and have a good week of practice. We'll see you out there Saturday.
All right, thanks, guys. Go Pirates.
Thanks, Holton. Holton Millers joining us on the Pitt Electric Live Line. It's the Delcor Players Lounge here on a Monday. You can call Delcor 321-8868. Visit delcorinc.com. They're the service professionals taking care of any size job. And, man, tough one, Troy Day.
Yeah, it's like you watch a movie and you think you know the ending clip, and all of a sudden there's a plot twist at the end. And it was set up for such a magical kind of comeback redemption for Daffer, who missed the extra point, but he could win it on a field goal. I know the students were ready to storm the field. I had a vision that was going to happen, that the goalpost would remain, but the field would be stormed. They could have won it almost on the last play of the game. It would have been magical, Clip, to start the season off 1-0 against a top 15 team and then just kind of keep it rolling through September. I still feel that this season's, it kind of reminds me, and I hate to dwell back to the 91 season, but it does have kind of shades of.
You hate to?
91,
you do it quite a bit.
Where that loss at Illinois was so painful to the team. They never wanted to lose again. And I kind of feel that this loss against NC State has that similar feel, that that team knew they were a better team than State. They should have won. It kind of got stolen away. And I'm hoping they'll use this to galvanize them to, heck, what if they run the table? And I still think that's possible. A lot of the mistakes that were made are very fixable. And this is for out of the gate to play a team like NC State and to play as tough as they did. There's a lot to build on here. And I think East Carolina is on the verge of a fantastic year. And obviously we would all love to be talking about a victory right now, but I'm telling you, man, East Carolina has come light years from where Mike Houston stepped on campus, what he inherited and what he took over. So I feel really good about the future right now, the future being this season.
A lot different than that season one opener against NC State a few years ago when the Pirates lost at Carter Finley Stadium. And it starts week 2 with Old Dominion. Get that first win on the board and go from there. ODU knocking off Virginia Tech on Friday night. And this is not a great Virginia Tech team. I felt great about ECU's chances week 2 right when I saw Old Dominion win that game.
That actually is good for us.
They're partying.
Totally due for a letdown.
They might still be partying for all I know.
That's a massive win for them. They have beaten them, once before?
They've beat them before, yeah.
Yeah. But that's Virginia Tech ODU is like us and NC State.
Yeah.
They relish those wins. And to get them on their home field which they stormed the field there, I saw. So maybe that was my premonitions getting crossed.
You got the wrong, yeah.
I did have a vision, and maybe I misread that vision.
You were a few hundred miles north.
I said the wrong game. The vision was right. I misread it.
Damn. That happens. That happens.
Now I know why these fortune tellers are it's tough business, Clip.
If you'd have gone to a professional, they might have could have told you.
Yeah, they could have cleared that up for me.
You're in Norfolk, not Greenville.
But what a weekend for Pirate Radio. I mean, the Thursday night the kickoff party was amazing. Thanks to Coach Houston and everybody that came out to that. The new venue, our friends at the State Theater, it's just a fantastic event space for us, and so much fun. Friday, bringing the Clydesdales back into town was so cool as they made all the deliveries in downtown Greenville, and then a record crowd for Free Boot Friday with Uncle Cracker, the largest crowd in the history of Free Boot Friday. And then Saturday, the largest crowd in the history of ECU football, and another epic tailgate. Our broadcast, I thought, never sound better. The pregame show we were clicking on all cylinders, and I thought the postgame show was awesome. As far as everything we could control, Clip, I thought went
control
amazing.
what you can control.
And kudos to our staff and everybody, our sponsors and our listeners and every viewers. It was fantastic. It was only one thing that we would have done different, and that was out of our control. But as I said, still an incredible weekend.
No doubt, and a whole lot of fun. Really appreciated the interaction with the Pirate Nation on Saturday before and after the game. We took a ton of calls. We were on, about 3 hours, maybe 3+ on Saturday after the game.
I had to step away for a little while, and I was like, well, there's probably no way. Let me check. And y'all were still going strong. I ended up catching the last few segments of the show.
Well, we had callers.
I almost called in at the end just to give you guys.
Thank you for not.
Just to dap you up on the air.
Just shoot a text over.
I did. I chose that instead.
Good call.
You remember?
Yeah.
Do you remember that text?
Yeah, you did actually.
Yeah, I sent a text to the team just how proud I was of you guys.
Yeah.
Of everything y'all have done.
So we have.
I did not call. I was going. Now I would have, if we had won, I would have made Atticus's call look like nothing.
I know.
But I didn't want to say something I'd regret in the emotion of the moment. Even though I did feel good, I've never felt better about a loss. I kind of shared his sentiments. I called him my spirit animal. Can we play his call?
Yeah.
This was our former intern, Atticus, who is now grown-up Atticus. He might be, 40 by now? But anyway, he called in the postgame. And really, I share his sentiments. And the reason I like Atticus is because he reminds me of myself, a younger version of myself. And this is kind of how I'd react, a younger Troy D, if I was going to call the fifth quarter, take it away, Shirley.
Oh, are they paving the way for Atticus, who has been trying to get in all show? Can we get Atticus and Charlotte in? Atticus?
Atticus, 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 Atticus.
Look, I told Shirley I'm coming on, and I'm going to be positive. I'm going to say one thing negative, and I'm going to go all positive. Look, obviously, anytime you lose to the Wolfpack, it's soul-crushing, right? Today could have been one of the biggest wins in program history. Soul-crushing. But I'm encouraged to see everybody supporting Owen Dapper. If that kick against Navy last year, I mean, he's a legend forever no matter what he does. No matter what he does from here on out, he's a legend. And I'll support that kid forever. You know what? He's a kid, and he did it. But here's my thing. Let me cut to the chase. Here's the thing. It sucks losing to the Wolfpack. Number 13 team in the country comes to Greenville, and we have them on the ropes. If you're not in Daddy Picklen Stadium supporting the Pirates behind Mike Houston, you don't have a pulse. You don't have a soul. You've never stepped foot in Greenville, North Carolina. Today is the biggest positive in the history of East Carolina football. Mike Houston has these boys rolling. This program is rolling. This program is at the top of it as it was with Ruffin McNeil. I've been drinking Clip. I'm sorry if I'm stumbling over my words a little bit. The Pirates are rolling, Clip. The Pirates are back. ECU football is back. This program is back, baby. I know we lost the Crusher today, but you know what? ECU football is back, and if you're not excited, you don't have a pulse. You don't have a soul. ECU is going all the way, baby. Come on! You gotta be excited about it, baby! You gotta be inspired by what you saw!
Woo!
Come
right.
Come on, baby! You gotta love the Pirates! You gotta be excited about what you saw today! I've never been more happy about life! I love what you saw today, baby!
Atticus.
We were asked if that was me calling in, actually. It was not.
Yeah, that was younger you.
Yeah, but I do endorse that call, and I do feel like Atticus is my spirit animal.
I liked that he thought he was wrapping up, and no, he was just still back there screaming, come on. Come on!
Yeah.
Atticus, former Pirate Radio intern, ECU grad.
Yeah.
Excited.
Intern legend.
The greatest thing that's ever happened to ECU.
We've had a lot of great
athletics.
interns. We've had some not so great interns that you bicker with quite often.
Yeah.
That have gone on, that have the worst takes I've ever seen.
Yeah.
We have one former intern that just has absolutely terrible takes online.
100%.
And every time I see his take, I disagree with it. I don't engage. I do find it funny that you engage, and I think you said that to him. Every time he says something, I disagree with this guy's take.
And feel good about it.
Yeah. It's amazing. I'm not even trying to. But it's like whatever he says, I have the opposite opinion on.
Yeah.
It really blows my mind.
We're talking about Josh Graham, by the way. I don't know why you beat around the bush and say, Josh Graham.
Former Pirate Radio intern.
There you go.
Yeah.
Just for people.
I disagree with the dude's takes.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he's a bad guy. I just disagree with his opinion. Although I disagreed with his opinion when he was an intern here. Like, I never disagreed more with anybody that I've ever met that claims to be a pirate than him.
Great call from Atticus.
I enjoyed Atticus and, of course, our intern who's still with us, Chad.
Chad, how you feeling today, Chad? You were doing a little rough on Saturday at 8 a.m.
What's going on, Chad?
I tell you what.
Big party at the frat house, Chad.
A lot better than I felt on Saturday. So I'm refreshed. Yesterday was a recharging day. And I'm ready to do it all again on Saturday, starting at 2 o'clock.
Chandler was out there, he was out there with us with the Pirate Radio party. We were having a good time. Went on there. I saw Chandler behind me at Free Boot Friday for a moment.
Uncle Cracker was awesome.
Uncle Cracker put on a great show. And the guy before him, Alex something, was incredible.
Alex something.
He was awesome.
He was very good. I mean, he could be headlining in his own right. But Uncle Cracker, I was stunned how much I enjoyed Uncle Cracker.
I saw you did touch him.
I did. Yeah. Very nice guy, by the way.
Congrats.
Got to talk to him for a little while.
Congrats on the touch.
It was a super nice dude. And all his entourage was very, they didn't too big time you.
He's like the cool uncle. He's Uncle Cracker.
Yeah. Cool guy. Yeah. Touched the Clydesdale. I touched a lot of famous people things this weekend.
You were doing some touching on Thursday night too. Clydesdale.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, let's take a break. We'll come back. Raje Harris said to join us. Troy.
Yeah, we're moving up. Guy's schedule's a little crazy today because it's a holiday, so they have him doing a little bit more. We're moving Jeremy Lewis up, so he may be coming up in the next few moments too.
It's like a grab bag. What pirate will be on next?
We're gonna have all of them, I think, eventually. Just not sure exactly when.
We don't know the order, when, where, how, but we're gonna do it. We're gonna get them on. More to go. Delcor Players Lounge on a Monday. Back with you after this.
Hey, Pirate Nation, Lindsay Gray here with Carolina Caliber. In 1960, my granddaddy started his firearm business right here in Eastern NC. Still family owned and operated, we have the area's largest selection for outdoor shooting sports and accessories and are one of the nation's top firearm dealers. At Carolina Caliber, we have everything you need from hunting, home defense, and personal protection, including a wide variety for ladies and youth. We buy, sell, and trade. It's a time-honored tradition. Visit us at Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville.
Country Mart has been locally owned and operated for over 40 years and is your premier country store serving the best cheese biscuits and country food around. Country Mart is open every day and has 2 locations in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Both Country Mart locations are top-of-the-line fuel stations serving Shell gas, including 93 ethanol-free high-octane gas, which is the best for all you boat owners. Country Mart, fueling you up with great food in your engines with great gasoline. Go Pirates.
When it comes to hauling dirt, asphalt, or stone, You can trust the pros at First and Goal Hauling Incorporated. They have a fleet of dump trucks ready to get the job done. And best of all, it's owned and operated by ECU football alum Dakota Marshall. When you have a big job and you need it done right, count on First and Goal Hauling, where it's a touchdown every time. Keep up with Dakota Marshall and First and Goal Hauling by following them on Facebook today.
The best burgers around. Everyone loves a thick, juicy, and fresh burger. Tiebreakers in Greenville, plus the all-new Tiebreakers in Winterville, do real burgers better than anybody. So don't just go to any burger-themed restaurant chain. It's time to break the chain and eat local. Tiebreakers, real burgers at its best.
Everybody loves burgers.
Ahoy, mateys! It's Captain Jack Spare of R&R Tire Express. We're here to serve our pirate community by offering easy payments for easy ownership. For you landlubbers, R&R will install a new set of tires for just $20. $50 installs new custom wheels and tires. To learn more about R&R, stop by 3920 US 264 or rnrtires.com.
Warren's Hot Dog Pizza, homemade lemonade.
Hungry for game day, Pirate Nation? Take advantage of the Warren's Hot Dogs tailgate special of 10 or more hot dogs for only $1.50 each. And the best part, this special is available every day. Just call ahead and Warren's will have your order ready to go. Hungry for breakfast? Warren's Hot Dogs in Chocowinity opens at 5 a.m. with cheese biscuits, chicken biscuits, sausage dogs, and more. Warren's Hot Dogs in Greenville, across from Ron Ayers, or in Chocowinity next to the fire station. Go Pirates!
Hello, Pirate Nation. This is Jamie Lang with Carolina Hardscapes, and we're excited to announce that we're Eastern North Carolina's premier fiberglass pool installation company. We've partnered with industry-leading San Juan Pools so that we can build the backyard of your dreams. Whether it's an outdoor fireplace, patio, outdoor kitchen, or now a pool, give us a call at 364-1201 or find us on the web at CarolinaHardscapesandMulch.com so we can make your backyard the place to be. Go Pirates!
Chico's Mexican Restaurant in downtown Greenville is the perfect place to get all your amigos together for some Mexican food, fun, and football. Chico's has been a game day tradition for Pirate football fans for over 30 years. Whether the game is home or away, make it a Chico's Day for some great specials and the best chips and salsa in town. Chico's Mexican Restaurant in downtown Greenville and online at chicosrestaurant.com. Go Pirates!
This is Holt Millers, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Tommy's Express Car Wash. Come experience the difference at Tommy's. Now open at the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Red Banks Road. Doesn't your car deserve it? Visit Tommy's Express Car Wash today. Now let's head back in to Pirate Radio Live. Here is your host, Clip Brock.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live, here on a Monday Players Lounge edition presented by Delcor. We'll get back to the players in a moment. Still got a lot of Pirate players to join us on today's program, recapping the 21-20 loss to NC State. And, man, just a tough one to take. You got to move on from it. Tough for fans to do, tough for us to do, but, you know, imagine the players, Troy D. I mean, we had it last year. They started 0-2. They came in with the right mindset, were able to turn it around. I have no doubt they'll be able to do it again this year.
Well, and if you think back to last season, Clip, you know, South Carolina, the team went toe-to-toe with that SEC team. And really should have won that game, if you think about it. So kind of a similar feel, although I think this would have been a much bigger win, and I think NC State's a much better team than South Carolina was last year.
No doubt. Raje Harris, East Carolina running back, found the end zone on Saturday, and he finds us here on the Pit Electric Live line. Raje, how you doing today, man?
I'm doing great. How about y'all?
Doing great, and tough one there on Saturday, Raje. How tough is one where you you got it, you feel like you're going to win it, but you walk out of the stadium 1 point short. How do you get over that one and keep your head up and move on to next week?
It was a tough one. Everybody thought that we was gonna win it. Most dominant team on that field that Saturday, but mistakes happen, adversity hits. You got to bounce back this week, just showing that we're not just a team that showed up 1 week.
Raje Harris joining us. Raje, have you talked to Owen? If so, what have you said to Owen Daffer after he missed the extra point in the field goal there at the end?
I talked to him right after. I motivated him. That's still my brother. I didn't shame him. I didn't blame him for anything. And it's real talk. I'm not just saying this just for the interview. It's just, like I told him, I said adversity hits, but I said it's either going to make you or break you. And, next day at practice, he kicking field goals, he making them. I really do think, like, he's going to show, why people shouldn't have did that. Shouldn't have come in on his page, shouldn't have bashed his name. But he's about to show him. He's about to flip the switch. I really do believe that.
Roger, that NC State defense came in here with a lot of hype. You guys went toe-to-toe with them. How much did they talk on the field? Were they jawing a lot, like, during the game to you guys?
Not really, to be honest. Pregame, we walked out there on the field. They was like, this our field, stuff like that. But honestly, we got on the field, they wasn't even talking that much. It was really just on some, they were just trying to work. Very, very, like, classy, we didn't do too much talking either. I don't know about defense, how that gets. But, offense, we didn't do no job.
It was tough sledding for the run game, Raje. I do remember your 7-yard run, and you got up from there, started pumping your fist, saying, all right, let's get something going. But that is a tough defensive line. You were able to find the end zone, though, get in the end zone, and that was a huge touchdown at the time in the fourth quarter. How'd that one feel to slide through and get into pay dirt there?
Sure, just a dream come true, my guy. I was on the sideline first quarter, telling people that we're going to be just fine. We live for moments like this. We dream for it. But you got to do it. And, when we got down in the red zone, I told myself that I've been training all my life for this moment. So when I got in the end zone, I was happy. I celebrated with the team. But just to have that feeling, man, that was a great feeling just to celebrate and just, have Dowdy just going crazy while you get in the end zone. It was just a great feeling.
Well, and I think the mentality of this team, obviously, and the chemistry is still being written, but that kind of never give up attitude. That is, the team could have packed it. There were a few moments where it could have gotten out of hand, and Pirates never packed it up and came from behind and put themselves in a position to win it right at the end.
Yes, sir, man. That's correct. Like you said, man. Like I said earlier, adversity. That's all it is just a little bit of adversity. And adversity is to make you or break you. So this week, as we preparing for ODU, we're going to show people that, we're really a good team, and we really can fight through adversity. We're not the type to, we lose one and just mope around. Like yesterday at practice, we had everybody flying around, hurting or not. People just, they're ready to play. They're ready to get back out there and redeem, the Pirates. So this week, I feel like it's going to be a great week. We're going against a great ODU team. Offensively, defensively, they just knocked out VTech. So it's going to be a great game, but, we just ready to play again.
Raje Harris joining us. Raje, you guys were able to cash it in down near the goal line twice. NC State was not. And we'll talk to Jeremy in a little bit, along with Miles, Xavier. How about that defensive stand? Really two, one on the fumble and then one on 4th and goal. What was that like watching it from the sidelines?
So me and Keaton was on the bench. We were standing up on the bench, watching on the jumbotron because we couldn't really watch it, on the field because everybody's standing up, everybody's hyped. And when we just seen that both times, we ran on the field. Like we was playing defense, like we was on defense. It was one of those feelings like you felt the switch. You felt the momentum switch. You seen their heads go down. It just made us more hungrier to get out there and go drive down their throat and just, win it.
I agree with you. I think the game changed on that play, and it just felt like that. This is the moment you'll look back at if ECU pulls it off, this was the play that turned it around. And I will tell you, the visual of that, just it's one thing to have a goal line stand and stop somebody, but the way they pushed him back and the whole team, it was like 8 or 9 purple helmets on this one guy, and it was just a stampede. And I got to tell you, I've been in East Carolina games going to Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium a long time. That moment was as loud as just about any moment I've heard in the stadium. I mean, it was incredible.
That's the loudest I ever heard it, and I've been here 3 years. That was unreal right there. That's just the moment you're gonna remember for the rest of your life. It's just, it's big shout out to defense because, not only did they bring it Saturday, they brought it, Tuesday through Friday. So it's nothing, I would say it's nothing new to us to see that happen. But just to feel it, you actually felt it out there with the crowd going crazy. And it's just, like I said, it's just a great feeling.
Raje Harris joining us, ready to bounce back, and that Week 2 opponent is Old Dominion. They're coming off a win over Virginia Tech where they allowed just 17 points. So another stiff defense on the docket for you, Raje. Have you dove into the Monarchs at all?
Just a tad, not enough to really, talk about. But like I said, they're a very good team. Great front again, got good linebackers, nice DBs back there. I don't know much about their offense, but they're just a good team. Great coaches. I know a few players that play with them, and I know how they play. Great physicality, great effort. So it's just going to be one of them games that we just got to come out there and play.
Raje Harris joining us. Raje, we appreciate you joining us today, man, on the Delcor Players Lounge. Good luck this week. Go get a W, and we'll talk to you again next Monday, man.
Most definitely. I appreciate y'all.
Thanks, Raj.
Raje Harris, and I like talking to him after wins, but even losses, Troy, he's definitely got the right mindset.
Yeah, always positive, upbeat.
Yeah.
You never hear him too down, and I do think he has the right attitude. I think this team has the right attitude.
We will continue on the Delcor Players Lounge when we return. Jeremy Lewis is going to join us inside the Pirate Radio studios. Also planning to hook up with Xavier Smith in about 10 minutes or so. So we'll have it all for you right here on a Monday edition of Pirate Radio Live. We're back with you after this.
The Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of pirates. The doors open at noon, 7 days a week. And the Buck has live music every night along with football. Monday is open mic night the first Monday of each month. Tuesday, it's karaoke with DJ Captain Morgan. Wednesday, it's acoustic night. Thursday, it's the dance party with DJ Kid Scene and live music every Friday and Saturday night with the best bands on the East Coast. Follow the Buck on Instagram for information and schedule of events. This season, party like a pirate at the Buck.
Are you ready for some football, Pirate Nation? Bud Light is America's favorite light beer and the official beer of the ECU Pirates. When planning your fun times this football season, be sure to pick up some Bud Light at your favorite retailer. Bud Light carefully brews their beer to be perfect for anywhere there's fun. Because when there's fun, Bud Light is there. Get ready to have fun this season, Pirate Nation, and always stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989.
You've worked hard to make your business successful, and that's why it's really important to always have a bank that's in your corner when you need them. This is Chris Richards from First Bank, and our experienced team of local bankers includes Lee Watson, Ashley Capps, Bonner Latham, Josh Hooten, and Heath Nisbet. To get the business services that are right for your business, come and see one of our experienced team members at First Bank on Arlington Boulevard in Greenville. First Bank, together with our customers, we're creating a world where individuals and communities thrive. Member FDIC.
Great food, great atmosphere, and great service is Ottavola Market Cafe. Ottavola is simply a restaurant that focuses on that, being a great restaurant. There's something for everyone at Ottavola. The menu offers a variety of great choices like pastas, pizzas, sandwiches, soups, salads, and seasonal rotating selections. Lunch or dinner, Ottavola is always the right call. Call ahead and get Ottavola to go, or stop by the bar for a drink with friends. It's simple. Come and eat at Ottavola Market Cafe, Red Banks Road next to Food Lion, and OttavolaMarket.com. Ottavola, pirates supporting pirates.
My whole business just went up in flames, but my agent was there before the fire was out. We started a plan. I've got 25 employees who could be out of a job if we didn't get this place running again. My independent agent and auto owner's insurance, they made sure we didn't skip a beat. I mean, we didn't miss a single payroll. That's incredible. For
whatever lies ahead, we're always there.
This is Brian Smith with Town Insurance in Greenville. Call me today at 756-8300. Go Pirates!
Christie's Europub is the perfect place to relax, grab a bite, and enjoy a drink. Located in the heart of Greenville and just a few blocks from ECU's campus, Christie's offers lunch, dinner, and late night with live music every Sunday. Come and have brunch Monday through Friday from 11 to 3 or Saturday and Sunday from 11 to 4. Scratch cooking takes time, so relax and enjoy a pint at Christie's Europub today. For the latest information, check them out on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, or visit them online at christieseuropub.com.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Brian Buck with Buck Insurance Agency. This season, when you attend your favorite sporting event, take the game day pledge. If your team is playing, win or lose, support your team to the end of the game. When you leave early, you risk missing your favorite athlete making the play of their career. When our family buys a ticket, we always plan to stay to the very end. Take the game day pledge this season with Buck Insurance Agency. Play to the end, stay to the end.
Wings Over delivers. Wings Over delivers. Wings Over delivers. If you're looking for wings to be delivered to your home, Wings Over Greenville has you covered with no third party needed. Wings Over Greenville has its own in-house delivery service. Be sure to try the all-new tender sandwiches by ordering ahead on the Wings Over mobile app. Open till 3 a.m. on Friday and Saturday, Wings Over has everything to cure those late night munchies. Give them a call at 758-9464. Wings Over Greenville. They deliver.
This is CJ Mayhew, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. University PC Care has been Pirate Nation's go-to IT expert since 2006, and they are the local tech support experts for any of your business needs. Let University PC Care take care of it so you can take care of business. Visit universitypccare.com to learn more today. Now let's head back in to Pirate Radio Live. Here is your host, Clip Baroff.
All right, it is a Delcor Players Lounge Monday here on Pirate Radio Live as we speak to the Pirate players coming off a heartbreaking 21-20 loss to NC State. We are joined in studio now by East Carolina rush-in Jeremy Lewis. Jeremy, welcome in. How you doing today, man?
Doing good. Can't complain. Body feel good. Woke up another day, so, I'm doing good.
That sounds good. That takes away one of our questions. You said your body feels good. Oh, yeah. So we don't have to ask how you're doing physically.
Yeah. You got some bumps and bruises.
Yeah.
Jeremy actually feels better than I do today.
I think so. And that's one thing, man.
I feel like I played in this game, Jeremy.
When we said, Holden, how you doing? He was like, great, guys. How are you? Raje's upbeat. As people watching from the outside,
one that's down.
We're all bummed out. Yeah. But you don't have time to get bummed out, right? You got another one coming.
Got to bounce back. Got to forget, have a quick...
Short memory?
Short memory.
Yeah, quick memory, short memory.
Short memory.
Jeremy, we've talked to some of the offensive guys. You're the first guy on defense we've had a chance to touch base with. And let's talk about, a lot to build on. One of the real bright spots in this game was this defense. It was just some incredible goal line stand. And, I thought overall, especially going up against this quarterback that they're, pumping up huge for NC State and a very talented offense, a top 15 team. I thought ECU's defense was, outstanding. And you guys' evaluation now after you're a couple days away from it.
Yeah, one thing about our defense, we went on a streak last year where we didn't let up points in the second half. So doing that again this year wasn't really wasn't really surprising. Like we try to show up every day, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday practice. We show up with that energy and that enthusiasm every day. So when they carry over into the game, like at halftime, we're losing, but we know we can go out there and make this a close ball game in a couple of plays. Like we can get a stop, we can get the ball turnover, get it back to our offense. Holden started clicking, things flip, But we're pretty good defense. We know we got a motto. We think we're the best defense in the nation, and we just try to back that up.
A shutout in the second half. It's a good point, Jeremy. We haven't brought that up today. Another stat East Carolina was really good at last year was third downs, and State did convert a couple of third and longs, but 4 out of 13 on the day. That's a good number you can live with, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's we call it money down, but those third and longs were real crucial, man. It hurt us to get those up. We could have we try to get like a certain amount of 3 and outs, and we got the number that we like, but we could have got a whole lot more if we didn't give up those third downs.
Y'all got some huge 3-and-outs following an interception, following. It looked like State was going to get momentum, and you guys shifted that multiple times on Saturday.
Yeah, we just stay up. We stay with a whole lot of energy, man. We just practice what we preach, and we just go out there and act like nothing. Like you got to go to the next play. You can't remember what happened. You just got to go to the next play, and that's what we did.
Jeremy mentioned that third down, money down, as they like to call it. I don't know if you noticed the new graphics on the scoreboard and the sound system, which did on a positive, worked great, by the way. They had, when it was third down, the money dropping on the scoreboard over the third down logo. Like it was raining money, if you will. So obviously the graphic department in sync with the football team on that one.
That's pretty cool. I like that. And again, 4 for 13, great number for the defense on Saturday. Speaking of that crowd, Jeremy, what was that environment like on Saturday?
Oh, that was crazy, man. I ain't never see Downey Foot with that many people. Like, I mean, it's been some good crowds, but that crowd was amazing. It was very loud, man. You could see the energy everywhere. You didn't really see too many red. And then you seen that little left corner, but other than that, it was purple and gold all throughout that stadium, man. And knowing that our fan base got our back like that, we have to give them something. Like, you have to give them a show. You know, you got to reward this community. Like, they come and support us like that. And, like, you know, like, that game could have went either other way, but, you know, at the end of the day, it's either a win or a loss. And that's what we're going to have to try to get some more wins in this community.
Largest crowd in the history of the football program. What was it, 51,007, 11 clips, something like that? And speaking of which, you know, there were a few logistical issues with just having a crowd that big, and we had a feeling this, you know, with concessions and stuff. I did talk to J.J. McLam today, associate athletic director, and Clip, he'll be coming on. We're going to talk to him on Tuesday's PRL. So he'll be coming on to talk about that, what happened, what they're doing going forward. So a lot of fans that I know, a lot of folks called in the fifth quarter, and we're talking about some of the issues with just the stadium stuff outside of the game, you know, as far as, you know, just trying to get something to eat or drink. But JJ will be coming on with us tomorrow to discuss all those. So we look forward to talking to him then.
And you got to get them corrected, because there are 3 more Saturdays in a row with home games, which is, you know, good news for Pirate fans, and hopefully people want to go out and see this team again. And that's good news for the football team too, Jeremy. You don't have to worry about planes and travel, sleep in your own bed, that kind of thing, right?
Oh yeah, them home games, it's something serious, man. We starting off with I think 4.
Yeah.
We got 4 home games, and man, we just gotta just take advantage of it. Last year we was on the road a lot. Now we get to play on our home turf, and you know, that's just gonna give us an upside. You know, we gotta start winning these games, and you know, once these winners start rolling in, look at the bigger picture, and that's conference championship.
Saturday, the first night game of the year, it'll be a 6 o'clock kickoff at Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium. Tailgate lots open up at noon for those that were curious. So that'll be kind of an added atmosphere too, where the game kind of starts in the late afternoon, and it'll finish up in total darkness.
Get a little extra juice under the lights, Jeremy?
Oh yeah, one thing about our defense, I feel like under certain slight circumstances, we thrive. Like rain, snow, like especially when it rains. A lot of time when it rains in the summer, we just go on a whole nother level, a whole nother notch. So playing that
probably
night
helps to cool you down a little bit. Yeah.
Playing that night might trigger us too, so be ready for a show. That's all I'm gonna say.
Jeremy, we played your interview with Jeff Charles from last week, and it was interesting hearing you talk about going to the game. You said you were in the nosebleeds, watching your brother Keate, and Jeff asked, you know, did you dream about playing it? You said at that time you were watching your brother, you didn't even really think about, hey, I'm going to be doing the same thing on the field. So you really are kind of living out the dream right now, right?
Oh, yeah, living it out. I used to think I was a basketball star so much. I don't know why, but I used to love basketball so much. So playing football under those lights, I didn't even think about it. And then growing up, actually Coach Andy he really led me on the right path. Like, son, you're going to be a football player. Like, you're not going to be a basketball player. And ever since then, I started taking football way more seriously. Like, started putting in extra work. You know, I stopped playing basketball as much, and then like the first offer came in. Actually, my first offer was Old Dominion. So the first offer came in from Old Dominion, and I was just like, oh snap, like, I can actually do this, and that's when everything flipped for me.
Jeremy Lewis talking to us inside the Delcor Players Lounge. Jeremy, how much, you know, you only get 12 Saturdays a year. You practice year round. It takes, you know, the commitment levels all the time. You only get 12 Saturdays to play, basically, unless you get to a conference game and a bowl game. How much of it is, you know, obviously a frustrating loss? Everybody, you guys were right there. You did what you needed to do on defense to put East Carolina in position to win. How much of that, you know, frustration, you say, well, all we can do is go and do the best job we can next week and take it out on the next team. Like, is this something like where you look at, hey, man, ODU's on the clock and they're going to pay the price for this one?
I mean, yeah, you got to have that kind of mentality, not even just because we lost. You got to have that with every game. So putting in all that work this offseason, all year long, and, coming in the game and things happen. But, I mean, you still got to look at, like, every game like that. Like, but we're going to take some anger out on ODU, but that's how we look at every opponent. It's not just because we lost this game. Oh, no, we're trying to beat every team we play, to the best of our ability.
Jeremy Lewis joining us in studio. Let's head out to the Pit Electric Live line, talk to another Pirate defensive player, Xavier Smith, joining us here on the Delcor Players Lounge. Xavier, how you doing on this Monday?
I'm doing good. How are y'all?
We're doing great. Appreciate your time. And Xavier, we've kind of touched on it with some of the guys, but NC State's got it, 4th and goal, half-yard line. Running back gets stuffed. By the time the play's over, he's at the 20-yard line. The defense is at the 50-yard line. One of the wildest plays in Daddy-Ficklin Stadium. What was that like from your perspective?
Man, I'm just out there having fun with my brothers. That's how we practice. We try to translate how we practice in the games, and it showed up in a big-time situation. It was nothing new to us. We just play for each other. We play hard, feed off each other's energy, and when a defense does that, you make big plays, and, everyone turns up like that.
Xavier, I was going to say, you got the shutout of NC State in the second half. You came on last week saying, hey, look, I'm not intimidated by anybody. We're ready for this. We're built for this. Did this game play out the way you thought it would, at least from the defensive perspective?
I always look at everything as, what we can do better. So, obviously, we did some great things, but we got to be our hardest critics, so we got to go back to the meeting rooms, back to film, and see the things we didn't do right. Maybe we could have pitched the shutout in the first half, not just the second half. So, it was great to obviously do those things, back in a real game situation. But, his next play mentality, it's live in the moment Saturday, correct the Sunday, and then on to the next game. So you can't really get caught up too much, what we did. But obviously it was great. We did some great things, and, we made some big improvements. We tried to make a statement, and I feel like we did get to that point. We just didn't have the outcome we wanted.
Xavier Smith on the Pit Electric Live line. Jeremy Lewis here in studio. And Jeremy, the stop on 4th down came not that long after a fumble on the goal line by NC State. And in those situations, as somebody who watches 100 football games every weekend, I'm like, all right, State scores. I'm starting to do math here in my head. You guys are like, no, they're not going to score. Yeah. Like every single play. So I don't know, what's that mindset like when they're knocking on the door? And you got to have that confidence that, no, you're not getting in this time.
I mean, you got to have a mindset where they bleed just how we bleed. We put our jersey on just how they put their jersey on, helmets on just how they put their helmet on, man. So, I got my 11 guys, you got your 11 guys, and we got to get the offense back the ball. Y'all need 1 yard, and we just can't let y'all have it. So that's just, we got to be fast, we're physical, and we got a dog mentality on our defensive side of the ball, and we were just able to put that up to the test, and we came back successful.
It's tough, guys, when it comes down to a kick. Sometimes you're the hero, like Owen Daffer was last year against Navy. Sometimes you're the one everybody's pointing at because you missed that field goal. So what's it like for Owen right now as he tries to bounce back from this?
I mean, right now for him, he just has to stay confident in himself. Like, he's been on the other side of the spectrum. We've seen him make that kick. I've seen him go out and practice the next day and make that kick almost 15 times. So, things just happen, Hey, you can't. Nobody's perfect, Nobody's perfect, and we're not gonna look at him any different. We're gonna need him later on this season. Might need him this weekend. Situations rise where he might have to go out there and kick that kick again. And I'm pretty sure Coach Houston hasn't lost faith in him one bit, and he'll go out there and he'll make that kick. So, and then once he makes that kick, everybody's looking at him completely different. So, I mean, we love that boy to death, and we're gonna do anything for him.
Yeah, Xavier, I'm sure you feel the same way. Got to stick with your guys and pull them through, right?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Owen, that one play don't define him. That one kick don't define him. Like Jerm just said, we watched Owen make those kicks in practice. It was a big-time game. We all have mistakes in games, and he just happened to make one, and it's okay. It's football. It's life. It's going to happen. No one's obviously taking as hard as he is right now. He's 20. He's receiving it like he's getting what comes with football, and it's a good thing that he's getting those feelings because I feel like it's going to motivate him, drive him to never want that feeling again. as teammates, as brothers who actually care about him. You know, we're behind him 10 toes all the time. Whatever he needs, we support him. We don't look at him any different. We treat him the same. You know, we rally behind him, especially because we know how hard it must be for him, because, you know, that's a big-time feeling. That's a big-time loss. It's big time. It's heavy on a lot of people's hearts. So, you know, it's not Owen's fault. There's many things we could have did defensively to win that game. You know, offense, I'm sure there's things offense could have did some things better. And then we had other special teams things we could have fixed up to, you know, potentially put ourselves in position to win the game. So it's not just on Owen, and I hate that it came down to his last kick that was the determining factor, but it was not on Owen. You know, he made a mistake just like the rest of us. So, you know, it's life, it's football. We got to move on.
Xavier, this is Troy. Appreciate you joining us on the Pitt Electric Live Line today. You mentioned practice yesterday, and you guys are still, as good as the defense play, there's still things to work on. You mentioned special teams there. How much of yesterday's practice, what did Coach Blake Harrell, the defensive coordinator, have you guys working on, tweaking in practice? And then how much emphasis was put on special teams, or will be this week, do you think, especially with having that punt blocked? If you guys are able to clean that up, or that doesn't happen, East Carolina wins the game. Talking about other plays that could have happened or not happened that would have affected the outcome. How much was that talked about yesterday?
You know, obviously we touched on a little bit of everything, but the special teams obviously want to clean some things up. Defensively, we want to clean some things up. So he just talked about the things we need to clean up. Obviously, the block punt, it hurt us. We knew it was going to hurt us in the game after it happened. So obviously there's some special teams thing that we need to tidy up on, you know, just all of them. And then with defensively, you know, it's just what we always do. It'd be the same, similar mistakes coming up, you know, right foot up, the little things I always talk about, you know what I'm talking about, the little things, tackling, fundamentals, first reads, pushing the one, pushing through your work, trusting your brother to do his job, trusting your eyes. It's just little stuff like that, and obviously when it shows up on a big-time stage like that, you know, it gets blown up, big picture, everyone can see it. So it's really just the same things we try to work on, and it just happens in the games. With, like I said, that's just football. You know, you're never going to have a perfect game. You're always going to have things to come back and clean up and work on.
I asked Jeremy earlier, how much are you ready to kind of get back out there Saturday and kind of put this game behind you and get a one in the win column and come out, you know, feeling good at the end of it?
Yeah, I mean, we're obviously ready to get back out there and play, but you know, it's not about NC State anymore. You know, obviously we love to have that moment back. You know, wish things could have been a little different, but now it's trying to focus on being 1-0. We got ODU this week, so that's where our focus is on. We're trying to keep our mind where our feet is at.
Jeremy Lewis in studio, Xavier Smith on the Pitt Electric Live Line. Jeremy, you said Old Dominion recruited you, so did you make a visit there? Like, how involved were you with that football program when you were in high school?
Yeah, that was my, I think, sophomore year in high school. Yeah, that was my first ever visit. Yeah.
And they are building up that program. Got the stadium looking good. It looked good the other night when they knocked off Virginia Tech. So this is a pretty good football team.
Although the elevators had some issues.
That's right. The coaches, they had to delay the second half kickoff because the coaches got stuck in the elevator.
Yeah, that was a unique one. I hadn't heard that before. And I heard Virginia Tech had some stuff stolen out of their locker.
That's right. So the locker room.
They've got some things to clean up over there in the facilities.
Wow.
Now, on the field, they beat Virginia Tech, which is what the players care about. And pretty good football team. At what point, guys, do you really start to dive into the Monarchs?
Oh, today, honestly, I mean, you got to dive in right now as early as possible. You got to flush out NC State and, you know, get locked in, move on, watch film, take notes, and, you know, got a new opponent, and you can't take them lightly. You know, they just knocked off an ACC team, and they're pretty good. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if they was start to get ranked or something like that, you know, like, so, I mean, we got to just be ready. They got a 1,000-yard running back, 1,000-yard receiver, great quarterback. So, you know, we got to be ready and be prepared.
And I remember a few years ago, and Xavier, you were probably on this team, maybe you too, Jeremy, but you played there. Oh, yeah. That felt like one of Mike Houston's first, like, big-time wins, winning on the road there.
Sure did.
Yeah.
And what do you remember about that? That was a wild game, right, Xavier?
Yeah, it was definitely it was lit for us. They just got a new stadium. So, you know, they was feeling it. You know, we was excited about our team. And it was just a great game. I remember coming out, it was a tight ball game. Like Jerm said, we can't take them lightly. We got to treat every team like it's NC State. You got to treat every team like they're the best team we're going to face because, you know, we can win and lose every single game on our schedule if we take a team lightly. So we just got to focus and keep the same mentality we had all preseason camp and just keep on fighting each week, get better.
Clip, I remember that game on the road. You're right. At that time, road wins were hard to come by for this program. So it was a big deal to get that road win, one of the early road wins for Mike Houston in his career here.
Also remember people complaining it was one of the first ESPN Plus games.
Yeah,
it was.
They were having some issues there. It was we were able to see it, hear at times. They had terrible angles of the camera,
right.
but this one will be at home.
Yeah.
It'll be a little bit different and great atmosphere. Hopefully, I don't know if we'll be able to duplicate, obviously, what was last week, but man, if we could come close to it, it would be freaking awesome. And I am looking forward to that 6 o'clock kickoff. You know, I'm a big fan of those, Clip.
No doubt, going to be fun. Dowdy Ficklin Stadium. Our pregame coverage begins at 2. Jeremy, you got to get to meetings, right?
Yes, sir.
We'll let you get out of here. Xavier, thanks for joining us, man. Hopefully, we can get you back in studio next week. But good luck to you guys next week.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you guys.
All right, there's Xavier Smith, Jeremy Lewis joining us here inside the Delcor Players Lounge. We'll take a timeout, come back. Going to talk to Miles Berry when we return, so we'll talk more defense. East Carolina taking on Old Dominion this Saturday, trying to get in the win column. We'll talk about it after this.
Beauty Bar Medispa wants to know if you are ready to fall into beauty. October 7th through the 14th, all services and products will be on sale. Botox, filler, painless laser hair removal, facials, RF microneedling, rejuvenating laser treatments to treat brown spots, wrinkles, texture, veins, and skin tightening. And now, the only facility in the area to offer non-surgical under-eye fat pad treatments. BeautyBarMedispa.com, Red Banks Road, Greenville. Go Pirates!
Are you suffering from anxiety, sleep issues, or chronic pain? Have you heard of CBD? You can learn about the benefits of CBD right here in Greenville at the Hemp Garden. Hemp Garden offers a variety of products and solutions that are truly making a difference in our community. Hemp Garden also provides products that can assist with energy and focus. Have a pet? Come check out their selection of CBD pet products. Visit Hemp Garden to speak with a CBD specialist in a relaxed and welcoming environment today. Exclusive discounts are offered to first-time customers. Hemp Garden, located at 3040 South Evans Street in the Target Shopping Center in Greenville.
If you have family coming over this summer, the last thing you need is sweaty relatives. Guarantee your air conditioning system is ready to keep everybody cool. Call Delcor. Buy a new train system and make no payments until 2023. It's hard to stop a train. With inflation and high gas prices, you don't need another payment. So buy this month and make no payments until 2023. Go to DelcorInc.com or call 252-321-8868. Delcor, the service professionals.
At Parker's Barbecue, our family has been serving your family for 3 generations.
For that, we say thank you. Blessing families every Thursday. Kids eat free all day. That's the Parker's way.
Legendary food served from our 3 locations. Always quick, always delicious. That's the Parker's way.
At Parker's, our mission is to impact our customers through Christ-like service in a way that feeds them both physically and spiritually. That is the Parker's way.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Russell from Russell's Clothing in downtown Washington. Believe it or not, fall weather is coming and we're ready for some Pirate football. Russell's has a long history of dressing Pirate fans, both men and women. For the men, we offer both logoed and non-logoed from Peter Millar, Johnny O, and Smathers and Branson. Our ladies love Tyler Bowe, Crosby, and Never a Wallflower for game day. Join us in wishing the Pirates a healthy and successful season. And remember, for all your game day needs, shop Russell's in downtown Washington.
Go Pirates!
Hello, Pirate Nation. This is Jamie Cuccinella, inviting you and your family to come by Cuccinella's Pizzeria and Italian Ice. Cuccinella's has been serving our special family recipe New York-style pizza since 1932. We think you'll taste the difference in just one bite. When you come in for a pie, don't forget to try our house-made Italian ice or gelato. We make small batches every day from scratch with all fresh ingredients.
Cuccinella's on Old Tar Road in Winterville and a new location coming soon to Uptown Greenville.
Hello, Pirate Nation. This is Kyle Gaines at Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. We are growing, so is our service department. We're adding more space to provide a faster, more affordable service for you. Come sit down with our team and let us customize your next Jeep or truck. Have the freedom to pick out your own lift, wheels, and tires and more. Drive a little, save a lot when it comes to customizing your next vehicle. We're at Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, located off 264 West in Washington, North Carolina, and online at WashingtonChryslerDodgeJeepRam.com.
Before anyone walks into your business, the outside is what they see. Make sure your first impression is a good impression with the right curb appeal. Hi, this is Daniel Andrews from Dan Andrews Lawn Service. We specialize in making your business look great. Let us handle all your professional landscaping needs. We do it all so you don't ever have to worry. Residential services are also available. Call us today at 717-8006 and we'll come out and give you a free quote. Taking care of your landscaping needs is all we do, and we've been doing it for over 20 years. You can trust our reliable team at Dan Andrews Lawn Service, covering all of Eastern North Carolina.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Tommy's Express Car Wash. Come experience the difference at Tommy's. Now open at the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Red Banks Road. Doesn't your car deserve it? Visit Tommy's Express Car Wash today. Now back to the show.
Welcome back. Be sure to check out David Price Construction for all of your commercial or custom residential renovation and building needs. Run by ECU alumni, David Price Construction specializes in commercial projects, maintenance on facilities, and large-scale residential renovations and additions. David Price Construction, the proud ECU Home Services partner. Call them today at 919-291-5532 or visit them online at davidpriceconstruction.com. Now let's head back in to Pirate Radio Live. Here is your host, Clip Brock.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live, here on a Monday, hour 2, on this Delcor Players Lounge edition of Pirate Radio Live. Clip Brock, Troy D.
Good to be here with you, Clip. If we have time later, I've got a Jeff Connors update for you. He has responded to our fake Jeff Connors.
I have to hear that.
And then I've got an HV3 update for you, and Live Tour, some interesting story to share there. And then once again, J.J. McLam joining us Tuesday's PRL to talk about logistics with ECU's Dowdy Ficklin Stadium.
Sounds good. We'll get to all that. We'll get to Miles Berry right now on the Pitt Electric Live Line. Pitt Electric, your trusted electrical partner since 1981. They are hiring. You can join the team by going to pittelectric.com. Miles, appreciate your time today. How you doing, man?
Hey, how you doing? Thanks for having me.
Yeah, we're doing all right, and coming off a heartbreaking loss, and you guys are handling it better than we are and the fans are. I can tell you that, because you gotta bounce right back and look ahead to next week, right? So how tough is it, Miles, to get over one like that you lose by 1 point at the end?
Yeah, man, it's definitely hard, and guys, we fought our tails off. Still couldn't get the win, but it's all good, but we got to have a short memory. We have a good ODU team coming in this weekend, so we got to be ready and be all eyes set on them.
Great defensive performance on Saturday. Miles, you were credited with 6 tackles and a forced fumble in the stat sheet. Refresh my memory, Miles. I remember the fumble at the goal line. What other fumble was there in the game?
That's a great question. I know it was the goal line fumble.
Yeah. Did you get credited for that one? I don't know. I see it in the stat sheet.
Yeah, that was the forced fumble.
Okay, all right.
They credited to me. And then Gerard Stringer had a good scoop on that one.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was just a great play, great call by Coach Blake Harrell. Edge blitz there, and just great defensive performance, like you said. I mean, that goal line stop was one of the two, and it was just great being out there competing.
How much do you practice those situations, goal line, in the off season and then during the season, Miles?
Well, yeah, we practice those a lot, especially during camp when the pads come on. Coach Houston specifically likes to practice, the ball on the 6-yard line, the ball on the 3-yard, and even the ball on the 1-yard line. So it wasn't a new situation for us. We knew that we had practiced it, and it was just that was a situation where we got to bow up, and toughen it out, and we were able to win that battle.
Well, and as I mentioned earlier, Miles, is Troy, not just to stop him on the goal line, but the visual of just the steamrolling of the NC State running back with the entire defensive unit, it almost posterizing that guy. It'll make for a great poster if someone got the right picture of that. Was really incredible, and really an incredible visual on TV, too, on ESPN. It was one of the most watched, viewed clips online a day or so ago.
Yes, sir. Yeah, it was just great to be a part of that, and that's something that we emphasize on defense, just topping off, and topping off just means like when one person has them, as a whole defense, we're just trying to get to the ball and finish him off. And that was a display of really finishing that guy off, So that's something that, we practice, and it was just great being able to do it, and especially do it in that type of fashion at Dowdy Fick.
Talking to Miles Berry, one thing we haven't brought up today, Troy D, in the stat sheet, penalties. NC State had 8. East Carolina had 2 penalties the entire game.
Which is why we haven't brought it up. It wasn't a problem.
That's right.
Great.
Yeah, great discipline. I mean, you'll grab a face mask, jump off sides, hit a quarterback late, pass interference, a lot of different penalties on the defensive side of the ball you could get, Miles, but showed a lot of discipline there on Saturday. That was a major positive.
Yes, sir. Yeah. It was something that, like I said, we emphasized a lot. No pre-snap, no post-snap penalties. We knew it was going to be a very energetic, very highly competitive game. A lot of trash talking, but not letting that hurt the team. Not letting your fuel and tensions rise enough to throw a punch or anything like that to hurt the team. And as a team, we did great at not allowing any of that to happen. So that, like you said, just great discipline. And I'm proud of the guys.
Miles, I know a lot of the guys getting treatment today. This is a big treatment day, yourself included. How are you feeling health-wise? What's the outlook coming off that first game versus NC State?
Oh, yeah, I feel great personally. I played a lot of snaps, but, that's like you said, I got some treatment in this morning, massages rolled out, all of that. So I feel good, ready for this week as a team. Some guys, you got some nicks and bruises here and there, but as a team, we're very healthy, and we're ready to tackle on ODU this weekend.
Miles Berry joining us. You've played in empty stadiums during the COVID years, some not-so-great crowds, and then you walk out there on Saturday and see a packed Dowdy Ficklen Stadium, largest crowd in school history, Miles, and you have a very cool head on your shoulders, but how do you even handle that when you walk out and hear all that and see all that?
Yeah, and being able to be here before COVID, I see how crazy Dowdy can get, and with that being taken away from us during COVID, it was tough, not being able to fuel off the crowd, and third downs, not hearing that roar from the stadium and from the boneyard, but just being able to be in that environment again, it just reminded me of how great Dowdy Ficklen is, first of all, but also what it means to play the game of football on that stage. So it was a beautiful moment, especially pregame, before we hit the coin toss, Holton and I, we looked at each other and we was like, man, this is what Dowdy Ficklen is all about, So just great to be able to put on that type of performance in front of our fans, and can't wait to keep that going for the rest of the season.
Clip I mentioned in the pregame show, I mean, there might have been another 10 to 20,000 people just milling around outside the stadium, tailgating that maybe didn't have tickets or didn't go into the game. Yeah. I mean, it was just incredible, the atmosphere and the tailgating. And the traffic after the game was just absolutely mind-blowing how long it took to get out of the facility.
I can imagine.
Miles Berry joining us. Miles, some things you pride yourself on, that goal line defense, third down defense was good. 4 of 13 was NC State on Saturday, and sudden change defense. And I talked about this Saturday, but for you guys to go out there after an interception, State's starting to get some momentum, and to get a 3 and out, I mean, that's huge. How much, is that talked about? Because that's like you're on the sideline watching your offense, and boom, you got to run right out there. You guys were able to respond multiple times on Saturday.
Yeah, I mean, that just goes back to the training, the training that we put in since January, the off-season work. Big shout-out to Coach Big John for, making us into our best selves, mentally and physically, and us being able to compete. So in those moments where, we just got off the field, where we've only been on the bench for about 2 or 3 plays, but to be able to bounce back and go back out there and get a stop just shows you all, the training that we've been through. And, as a defense, that's what we pride ourselves on, no matter what the situation is. The next play is the most important play, and we knew that we had to get a stop. And it was just, like I said, proud of the guys for being able to get a stop and just competing.
Miles Berry joining us, just 14 defensive points allowed on Saturday, the other coming from a block punt. So a great defensive performance. Got to have another one this week against a 1-0 Old Dominion team, Miles, coming off a big win for them against Virginia Tech. So got to strap it back on. Have you started to dive into Old Dominion yet?
Yeah, most definitely. We're starting that today. Like you said, they beat a very good Virginia Tech team, and they have a lot of weapons offensively. So we're just going to have to emphasize everything that we talked about, stopping the run, making the quarterback into second and long, third and long situations, forcing him to make bad decisions. And yeah, we're just going to play our style and our style of football, physical, confident, swag, football on the field that you guys saw this past Saturday. And we're going to get to it.
Miles Berry joining us. Miles, appreciate your time, man. Thanks for joining us today. Have a good week of practice, and good luck on Saturday. We'll check in with you again next Monday here on the Players Lounge.
Thanks, Miles.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
All right, there he is, East Carolina linebacker Miles Berry. We got Ryan Jones coming up around 4:30, so got a couple minutes here, Troy. So it's story time. What do you got for me?
Well, all right, so HV3 was actually blowing me up Saturday during the tailgate.
Really?
Yeah. Wanted to
sick brag. Oh yeah, I met Brock Anderson on Saturday.
I know, he was very cool.
Did he go out there?
I don't know if he did. I did not see him.
Cool dude.
But it was a zoo. Let me find this because I was going to read this to you.
Harold Varner III, his first live tour this weekend, played Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Which is the reason why he couldn't be there.
He was playing in a tournament.
Yeah, so we invited him to the Pirate Radio kickoff party long before he joined Live, and obviously that conflicted. So otherwise this would have been right up his alley. Pirates having fun, kicking off football. He would have been right in the middle of it, but couldn't come. But he said one of their medical guys he texted me out of the blue. Hey man, one of the medical guys on the Live tour said he grew up with you in Raleigh. He's a great guy. I said, what's his name? He goes, I just forgot, but I'm going to give him your number so he can get in touch with you. I said, that's cool. He said, and then he's like, let's go Pirates. As I said, we miss having you here.
This story's living up to the hype, Chandler.
And he is planning to be here. Here's a little breaking.
All right, here we go. Let's get to
here's a little nugget for you. Planning to be here this week.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
For the ODU game?
Yeah. So
awesome.
We hope to have him join us at the Pirate Radio Tailgate Zone then.
Can we have another party so he can attend?
Yeah, we'll do it out there on the field.
Okay.
So I got a text then, like a few minutes later. Let me find it from this guy. So as promised, I was like, God, I wonder who this guy is that I grew up with. So I get a text out of the blue, a picture of a guy who kind of looks familiar with HV3. And it says, Troy effing Dreyfus. Been a long time, man. Your name came up in conversation this morning with this guy, and it's Harold Varner. He said, I'm the official chiropractor for the Live Tour.
Wow. That's a cool title.
Yeah. And by the way, if you're the chiropractor for the Live Tour, you are making bank.
He's a good guy to know.
Because I think a regular chiropractor does pretty well. Even in Eastern North Carolina, you're for the Live Tour. You're paying these guys sick money. All the people,
That's good money.
Glad we got someone in North Carolina, from North Carolina besides me. He's talking about Harold. So talk to you soon. And it's my buddy Matt that I grew up with. Lived just a few streets over. I used to dominate him in basketball in his driveway.
That is not true. That is not true.
So we sent some texts back and forth. I said, love to catch up with you sometime when we can talk on the phone. And I thought he'd be a cool guest to have. He sent me this video. This was, I think, one of Harold's first drives.
All right, cool. We're going to watch it.
He had some audio with it. So they play music. You can hear it. The Live Tour is a little edgier. So they have,
and they're going to allow shorts, I thought.
They're going to allow shorts. They play music. This is my kind of tour right here. And then here we go. Here's Harold, wearing his purple, by the way. White pants, addressing the ball. Still addressing the ball.
This is good stuff.
Beautiful hit. Beautiful hit by Harold. So look at this. That's my buddy right there, right on. So what a good hookup with him.
All right.
So anyway,
Nick Snorri.
Got reconnected with Harold, which is good. So we'll try and maybe get him on later on this week. and then get my buddy Matt, who is the medical chiropractor for the players on the list.
Who has the best and worst backs and spines in the
I thought he'd be an interesting interview, so we got it in there. So it was good to hear, and I'm looking forward to seeing HV30 back in town.
I'd love to hear that career path too. Like, how do you become the live official chiropractor?
Well, he was, I believe he was up in like the St. Louis area, and he was a big time chiropractor up there, working with maybe some other sports teams too.
Yeah.
So like anything, I think they're trying to find the best folks they can.
That's awesome.
He had a great reputation, and I'm sure they recruited him to go do that. So, but he was already doing really well before that. But man, what a great opportunity to go work with that tour and what they're doing.
Great message from Johnny on Facebook Live, and I agree 100%. It's very impressive to hear these guys talk after such a heart-crushing loss. Johnny Gardner on Facebook says, these young men, referring to the guys we've talked to in the Players Lounge, are very impressive in their demeanor, tremendous representatives of our institution. One of the reasons I support the Pirate Club and the academic side. Kudos to Pirate Radio being out in front as trendsetters in the new NIL landscape. Go Pirates.
Thank you, Johnny.
Man,
I agree with your sentiments, and not only did I give that a like, I gave it a love.
Last year at this time, when ECU's 0-1, 0-2, I was really bummed out to talk to these guys. I mean, do they want to talk after a loss? What are they going to say?
That first game, we went 0-1.
Yeah.
I'd go back and probably still have the text. You're like, great idea. Thanks so much.
And now,
like, stay the course, Clip.
Yeah.
Look at the big picture.
I realize these players are way more mature and can handle losses better than I, and a lot of you out there. And, man, they're fantastic. So, I tell you what, it'll be fun, more fun next week. If they can knock off Old Dominion, we'll be talking wins. That'll be the fun.
Yeah. All right, I did get a call from Coach Jeff Connors over the weekend, who was a guest at the Pirate Radio party, by the way. Did he see Faux Jeff Connors?
No, and I think that's a good thing.
They did not meet.
I think that's a good thing.
I kept my distance.
And I said this Friday on the show, it's good that Troy was preoccupied with clients, with friends, with guests.
Coach Houston was there.
You didn't make that happen.
I never made the connection.
I'm glad you didn't.
I said this on the show on Friday. I felt like, and I would peek over at him, and it seemed like every time I looked over there, he was staring into my soul. So I was like, holy crap, I need to get away from this guy. He's going to beat me up.
Well, he did. I talked to him. He's like, I went back and I heard your Connors guy. I said, what'd you think? He goes, did you get my voicemail? I said, well, no, I'll have to go check. So I have his voicemail. You want me to play?
We got to hit. Yeah, let's hit it. We got to get to Ryan Jones.
Here's Jeff Connors' voicemail.
This is real Jeff.
This is real Jeff Connors' voicemail, responding to fake Jeff Connors on the air. Let me see if I can figure this out. Hold on. All right.
Hey, bro, this is Connors, and this is for your guy that imitates me. No amount of pain, suffering, self-sacrifice, or dedication is too great a price to pay for ultimate victory. That's Lombardi, baby. Peace out.
That's Lombardi, baby.
Yeah.
Peace out.
Here's the one time.
Yeah.
Hey, bro, this is Connors, and this is for your guy that imitates me. No amount of pain, suffering, self-sacrifice, or dedication is too great a price to pay for ultimate victory. That's Lombardi, baby. Peace out.
There's his official. There's the official.
So
response.
was that a
Well, I don't understand.
Was he saying F you to me or what?
I think you have to read the tea leaves on that. It's kind of almost a coded message from Coach Jeff Connors to fake Jeff Connors. You'll have to go back and think about it.
And now you have to, when you do your impression, start it with, hey, this is Connors. Hey, bro.
Hey, bro.
This is Connors.
This is Connors, man.
And maybe you need to have a quote.
You're doing Gruden right now.
Yeah, you're doing Gruden.
Get your hands together. Get right, Chandler, and give us a
hey, bro.
There you go. That's better. Hey, bro. That's funny stuff. I'm glad.
I love when Raje called you my guy a while ago, by the way.
Doing good, my guy.
Is the dream come true, my guy?
My guy.
I love it.
All right.
Yes, sir.
And by the way, Coach Connors.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
By the way, Coach Connors looking good. He's looking slim.
He does. Well, he keeps himself in shape.
He's saying he was fat before? Is that what you're saying?
he was built.
Okay.
Looking a little leaner, you mean?
Yes.
Yeah, but fit.
Fit.
Yes. Yeah, I think is what he means. trying to help Chandler out there.
Just trying to throw him under the bus there.
By the way, thanks to Kenny, too, for reminding me. Pirates currently in Pirate Radio, undefeated still on the year at tailgating, 1-0 on the season.
All right.
Never lost a tailgate.
Let's keep that win streak going next week.
That was the early one, man. We were there 7 a.m. and the place was like half packed already.
Noon to 6 sounds like a pretty good tailgate.
Yeah,
time.
by 8 o'clock, just about every spot was full. It was wild.
That's awesome.
Yeah, noon to 6, good tailgating time.
All right, let's get a break in. We got to talk to Ryan Jones on the Pit Electric Live line. Ryan, a few catches on Saturday, was limping around. We'll find out how he's doing and talk about the loss to NC State. Look ahead to Old Dominion when we return. A Players Lounge edition of Pirate Radio Live. More to go after this.
Here today with Jeff Stein from Brown & Wood. Jeff, how's the service department?
Service is going great. Like I told you before, 2022 is the year of the customer. We've been voted #1 dealership in Greenville for 3 years in a row, and there's a reason why. For service, we still offer free pickup and drop-off, so we're trying to make it super convenient for the customer. And right now, our customers are repairing their vehicles more than ever.
How can people make a service appointment?
They can go to brownwood.net or dial 355-6080.
This is Braxton Green with Angel Oak Home Loans. If you're looking to purchase a home, it is still a great time, and being pre-qualified before you begin shopping is an advantage. At Angel Oak, we offer a wide variety of programs ranging from conventional, government, and portfolio loans that can fit most financial situations. To get started, contact our experienced team of Talbot Green, Joanne Weir, Wanda Hager, or myself, Braxton Green, at 751-2060.
NMLS 1719250, Equal Housing Lender.
Flight by Yuengling. It's the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yuengling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yuengling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yuengling & Son Incorporated, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
Hi, this is Jeff Charles for my friends at Ed Watkins Marine. I've known Ed personally for years, covering his winning performances on the football field and on NASCAR's pit road. Now Ed is winning on the water, and you get to win too. You win with awesome prices on boats from Ed Watkins Marine, and of course, great service after the sale. If you're looking for a new boat, contact Ed Watkins Marine today. They will deliver anywhere. Find them online at edwatkinsmarine.com and tell them the voice sent you.
Take a hit from a 300-pound linebacker, and you better be wearing pads. Take a hit on the road, and you better have good auto coverage. When you've got North Carolina Farm Bureau Auto Insurance, you've got the best local agents ready to help you bounce back. If you don't, well, you'll probably play football without a helmet, too. In Pitt County, call Carlton Venters or C.J. Messerly at 252-756-3007. North Carolina Farm Bureau Mutual Insurance Company. Farm Bureau Insurance of North Carolina Incorporated. Southern Farm Bureau Life Insurance Company, Jackson, Mississippi. An independent licensee of the Blue Cross and Blue Shield Association.
Have you ever seen those exotic aquariums like the guys do in Las Vegas on television? You ever thought about having one of these aquariums in your business? It's more affordable than you think. This is Hal Pruitt with rentafishtank.com. We can make having an aquarium in your business turnkey with no work, cleaning, or hassles for you. Rentafishtank.com creates a relaxing atmosphere and keeps children occupied. Rentafishtank.com already services many dental, pediatric, and doctor offices, plus hospitals and senior living centers. Check us out at rentafishtank.com.
The icy treat that can't be beat is Sparky Snowballs. From big kids to little kids, Sparky Snowballs has been making smiles happen for over 20 years. If you're not in the mood to chill out with a snowball, Sparky's funnel cakes and fried Oreos are a perfect Sparky-licious treat every time. Are you having an event, party, or fundraiser? Call Sparky's to come on site. Remember to follow Sparky's on Facebook or visit SparkySnowballs.com to see where they'll be next. Are you looking for a home loan? Look no further than Amy Goss at Guild Mortgage. Since 1960, Guild Mortgage has partnered with industry professionals to close loans on time and help millions of Americans realize their dreams. Call Amy Goss at Guild Mortgage in Jacksonville, 910-389-4602. Amy Goss is licensed in Florida, Georgia, Maine, North Carolina, South Carolina, and Virginia. Guild Mortgage Company, Equal Housing Opportunity, NMLS 3274. NMLSconsumeraccess.org /for licensing information. Please visit guildmortgage.com /licensing. Guild Mortgage is not affiliated with Pirate Radio.
Hi, this is Phil Steele of Phil Steele's College Football Preview Magazine, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of Pirate Nation.
This hour of PRL is brought to you by Tommy's Express Car Wash. Come experience the difference at Tommy's. Now open at the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Red Banks Road. Doesn't your car deserve it? Visit Tommy's Express Car Wash today. Now back to the show.
Welcome back. Do you have real estate questions about buying or selling residential or commercial properties? Are you curious about the current real estate market? Or do you need a property manager for rental houses? ECU alum Scott Harris with RE/MAX and SD Harris Properties can help answer every question you have and show you a stress-free real estate experience that will be memorable and enjoyable. If you have real estate questions, Scott has the answers. Give him a call today at 347-1857. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Cliff.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live on a Monday. Still got a couple of players we want to talk to in hour number 3. Keaton Mitchell, Isaiah Winstead, Ryan Jones will join us this segment, and I want to recap the best we can week 1 of college football because it was wild, and still one more to go. Clemson, Georgia Tech tonight, but how about last night's game? LSU, Florida State. We'll talk about some of that too, and we'll hear some Mike Houston post-game comments as well on today's show. But right now we continue on the Delcor Players Lounge on a Monday, and we talk to Ryan Jones, who joins us on the Pit Electric Live line. Ryan, appreciate you joining us. How you doing, man?
Yes, sir. I'm good. How are you?
Doing good. And Ryan, we saw you out there a lot on Saturday, catching passes, and also a bit gimpy at times, a little limp here and there. It's part of football. But how about health-wise? How you feeling on this Monday?
Yeah, I'm good. A little beat up. I mean, it was a tough game.
Yeah, and back at 2 really good defenses on the field, and you guys were able to kind of break through there early in the game with a touchdown, and then in the second half. How about you're down 21-7 at halftime, Ryan? What are the conversations like at halftime at the break to try to get back in it, which you guys were able to do?
Yeah, halftime, everyone was still very confident in what we were doing. I feel like everyone just really focused up, and they understood the assignment we had to do and what we had to do to get ourselves back into the ball game.
Ryan, 4 catches for you on Saturday, 2 for Shane Calhoun. One of those for Shane was a short touchdown catch. So how do you feel about your performance, the tight ends, after 1 week of football?
Yeah, I feel like the whole group really just excelled. I feel like we showed how diverse we are from just being in the scheme, from blocking and from pass catching. I feel like from our group, we put on a good display. Yeah,
8 different receivers catching a pass on Saturday, and that includes a couple of running backs, a couple of tight ends, and, of course, wide receivers. So we were wondering how the distribution was going to go, and I thought Holt Millers did a pretty good job of spreading it around on Saturday. How about you?
Yeah, it was very good. I mean, we have a lot of weapons on offense this year. So, I feel like we got to display that. How efficient our offense can be and how guys can make plays with the ball.
Ryan Jones joining us. I think even brighter days ahead on the offensive side of the ball. You've played a lot of good defenses, seen a lot of good defenses. How good was NC State compared to maybe what you've seen in the past from other teams?
NC State was good. I definitely feel like we matched up really well with them. They had a bigger defense, but I feel like we held our own.
Ryan Jones joining us on the Pit Electric Live line. Ryan, man, a 1-point loss. I give you guys a ton of credit. Everybody I've talked to so far, and this will include yourself, very mature about it, ready to move on. And I don't know, I guess that's part of growing up. That's part of being in big-time sports, right? You win some, you lose some. So how difficult is it, or how easy is it for you to kind of move on after a heartbreaking loss like that?
It definitely was a tough loss, but at the same time, we have another opponent to look at this week. So, our whole focus is just shifted to Old Dominion and just looking for ways to pull out a victory this Saturday.
Another tough defense. Old Dominion only allowing 17 points to Virginia Tech in their 20-17 victory. So, have you started to look at the Monarchs and what they do well defensively?
Yeah, we've looked at some film on them, but just like tomorrow's going to be a really heavy day, film day for us, and just this week we're going to be looking at a lot of this stuff.
Ryan Jones joining us, of course, transferring from Oklahoma. So you've been in some big-time rivalry games, big-time atmospheres. You made the decision to return to your home state, play football here at East Carolina. And, man, what was that crowd like on Saturday, Ryan? I know when you walked out there, you're like, yeah, I made the right call to come here, I imagine.
Yeah, definitely. The crowd was electric. That was probably one of the loudest games I've been in. It's a big shout-out to the Pirate Nation. They definitely helped us gave us an advantage, home field advantage. And, I mean, it was a blessing to be here playing that game.
The defense didn't allow a point in the second half. You guys are able to find the end zone a couple of times in the second half, so some complimentary football there. Ryan, what's it like watching that D go to work with those goal line stands, those third down stops, and how much can that fire up the offense?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like the defense inspires us. Like, when we see them playing as hard as they can, that gives us a more edge just to do as much as we can just to make sure that they can get their rest, So, I mean, we definitely feed off each other.
Ryan, how does it work at practice when you're preparing for Old Dominion, so you're going to dive into that? You also want to correct mistakes if there's any the previous game. So, with the Sunday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, what's practice look like for you guys this week, and what are you trying to accomplish?
Yeah, Sunday is more of a recap of the game from the previous day. But after Sunday, we more so just shift our entire focus on our opponent the next week.
And it sounds like guys obviously have Owen Daffers back, and we've talked to some of your teammates. They said he's out there, making field goals at practice. You're trying to keep him up, keep him going, but he's probably going through a tough time right now with everything on social media and missing that field goal. So what do you do to kind of rally around him and get him back up, because you're going to need him again this season, right?
Yeah, definitely. Just keeping his spirits high, because, I mean, when Owen, he kicked that game winner last year, everybody was with him. So, I mean, he's our teammate, our brother. So, I mean, we're behind him regardless. And like you said before, we're going to need him to win games this year. So, we just got to keep him encouraged.
Ryan Jones, East Carolina tight end, joining us on the Pitt Electric Live line. Ryan, as I said, a wild football weekend. You're playing. You're in a very emotional game, a tiring game, a game where you get banged up a little bit. Did you get away from football the rest of the weekend, or did you watch anything else going on? I guess this Sunday you'll have NFL to watch, but you'll be at practice on Sunday. So are you even able to kind of watch what's going on around the country?
Yeah, I watched the game yesterday, but really I'm just I took most of the day yesterday to get my body back right. It felt weird just getting back into the swing of being hit, feeling how it feels after a game, feeling beat up. But, I mean, it was nice. I got to see some football yesterday.
Ryan Jones, a tough dude, banged up, but fought through it on Saturday. And, Ryan, good luck next week, man. Go get that W, and we'll talk to you again next Monday here on the Delcor Players Lounge.
All right, sounds good. Thank you.
All right, man. Thank you. Ryan Jones, East Carolina tight end. I think he's got much bigger stat days ahead, but did find 4 catches on Saturday. And, again, the distribution, we were wondering how it's going to work. 6 catches for CJ, 6 for Isaiah. Jalen Johnson had 2. Kerry King 1. Those are your receivers. Keaton Mitchell, 3 catches out of the backfield, and didn't do much until that big one at the end, that 37-yarder. Raje had 1 catch for 8 yards. Those are the running backs, and then 2 tight ends caught passes. Ryan Jones, Shane Calhoun finding pay dirt for East Carolina. So that's how they spread it around, and it's great to have. It's kind of like, what is the defense giving you? If they are packing the middle, you might see less for Ryan Jones. If they are starting to worry about Isaiah on the outside, show him extra attention, you're going to have Jones over the middle. So we'll see how it plays out the remainder of the year. But East Carolina, through one game, I thought did a good job distributing the football in the passing game. As far as the run game goes, 10 carries for Keaton, 12 for Raje. Nothing was working on the ground. Raje averaging about 2 yards a pop. Keaton averaging 3.6, but got some help with that with the 28-yard run where he made a defender look foolish coming out of his own end zone. But the running game, we'll see, certainly have better numbers moving forward when they're not taking on a defense like NC State. All right, let's get a break in. We'll come back. One more segment to go here in hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. We'll look around some other action from the weekend. Also, happy week 1 to you NFL fans out there. Fired up for Thursday night and for Sunday. We'll talk a little bit about that as well when we roll on Pirate Radio Live here on a Monday. Back with you after this.
Hello, Hello, Eastern North Carolina. If you're looking for a great place to work with competitive pay and a multitude of advancement opportunities, Pitt County Schools is hiring. We employ over 3,500 people, and we're one of the largest employers in our community and region. Pitt County Schools is currently seeking teachers, bus drivers, school nutrition personnel, facility staff, custodians, clerical staff, and more. We offer advanced leadership opportunities for our educators and competitive pay for our skilled labor force. Come work for a diverse, thriving school system and be an important part of ensuring success for the students of Pitt County who are the future of Eastern North Carolina. To fill out an application, visit our website today at pittschools.org. That's pittschools.org. And remember, education is truly a team effort. Pitt County Schools. Live and lead.
Welcome to US Cellular, where new and current customers choose any phone they want for free.
Free? Even the one with 5G and lots of storage?
Free.
And the one with the latest everything?
Free.
At US Cellular, any phone you see is free, whether you're a new or current customer. US Cellular, America's locally grown wireless. Terms apply. See uscellular.com for details.
We all love using Uber Eats, DoorDash, and grocery pickup. It makes life so much easier. Well, now there is cellular delivery, and the team at Cellular Warehouse has perfected the process. They will deliver your new phone right to your door with all your information loaded on the new phone, and the best thing is there is no charge for this awesome service. And you don't have to waste half the day sitting in a Cellular store. Call Toby Williams today at 252-799-7051 and let his team of experts make your cellular delivery today. Cellular Warehouse, your local U.S. Cellular authorized agent, serving all of Eastern North Carolina.
Be sure to check out David Price Construction for all of your commercial or custom residential renovation and building needs. Run by ECU alumni, David Price Construction specializes in commercial projects, maintenance on facilities, and large-scale residential renovations and additions. Proud to be voted the Remodeler of the Year by the Home Builders Association of Raleigh-Wake County in 2018 and Best Business Commercial Remodel Project winner for 2020. David Price Construction, the proud ECU Home Services partner.
When I need jeans, I order online because I know exactly what I want. They have just one moving part, and if there's something wrong, I exchange them. Buying a vehicle, especially pre-owned, is way different. Lots of moving parts. You don't want to get stuck. For a worry-free purchase, visit Phelps Chevrolet. We've been here in town a very long time. You know us. You know we stand behind everything we sell. Phelps Chevrolet in Greenville. Come get you one.
I can't think of anyone who doesn't love a clean car, but how often do you actually go to the car wash? Does it take too long, or maybe it's just not a very nice place? Tommy's Express changes everything. Our wash is bright, inviting, clean, and fast.
I love the flat conveyor belt. So easy to pull onto, much smoother ride, and safer for my car.
And when you join Tommy Club, you can wash as often as you like for one low monthly price.
I save money and time.
We're Tommy's Express.
At the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Red Banks Road, Greenville.
Come and explore great shopping in downtown Washington at Naughty Life. Hi, this is Gina from Naughty Life, and new fall merchandise is arriving every day, featuring all the new Yeti products, like the loadout buckets and waterproof dry duffel bags. We have new fall clothes for men, women, and children. At Naughty Life, we have something perfect for any occasion, like new jewelry and a great selection of sunglasses from Costa, Reflect, and RCI. Visit Naughty Life on Main Street in historic downtown Washington, and like us on Instagram and Facebook.
This is Big John Williams, strength and conditioning coach for East Carolina football, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
This hour of PRL is brought to you by Tommy's Express Car Wash. Come experience the difference at Tommy's. Now open at the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Red Banks Road. Doesn't your car deserve it? Visit Tommy's Express Car Wash today. Now back to the show.
Welcome back. Greenville Utilities Neighbor to Neighbor program provides help for those who need temporary assistance with their utility costs, and you can make a difference. Your tax-deductible donation can be added to your GUC bill each month, or you can make a one-time donation and GUC will match all donations up to $20,000 each year. Consider helping a neighbor with GUC's Neighbor to Neighbor program. Now let's head back in to Pirate Radio Live. Here is your host, Clip Brock.
All righty, welcome back. What a great weekend of football. If you are ECU only, You will be wondering why I said that, because the Pirates lost to the Wolfpack. But if you are like me and have a separate department in your brain other than East Carolina, which includes all of football, that I was able to watch from Thursday on to tonight, then you'll agree with me. Just a wild Saturday, wild Friday, and a wild Sunday of college football. Last night, man.
Good God. LSU's kicker said, "Hold my beer."
It was very similar to what we saw on Saturday. An ACC team wearing red playing a purple and gold team, fumbling at the 1 yard line.
Dude.
And the purple and gold team having all kinds of special teams issues.
Oh, my gosh.
And kicking issues.
You have 50 yards. That is the width of a football field. That guy in the first half, I'm not talking about it rolled out of bounds. It was the ugliest kickoffs I've ever seen in my life.
Well, that was Florida State's kicker, right?
Was it Florida State's? But now LSU's kicker did miss a field goal.
Florida State's kicker missed a field goal. LSU's kicker had 2 blocked.
Special teams.
Did you watch the game?
I just couldn't. No, I did. I just couldn't remember who was who.
I might be wrong, but I think I'm right.
No, I think you are right. But that just tells you how much miscues was in the special teams in college football this weekend. But that game last night was crazy. I was like, oh man, LSU's going to tie it up. We're going to overtime.
So they
blocked.
score a touchdown on the final play of the game. They have 1 second to snap the football after what felt like a 30-minute review and explanation. They're able to score the touchdown to cut it to 1, and then Brian Kelly has a decision to make on what his family is about to do. They decide to kick the extra point, and it's blocked. And Florida State with a walk-off block extra point victory last night.
I wish you could have got the comments that he made. I believe this was at halftime. He was like, man, that's pretty bad football right there. I don't know if it can get any worse. He said, well, this is my first game. He said, it probably can.
Yeah. So could be a long year for the Bayou Bengals.
Man. Nobody followed him to LSU. There was one coach that followed him to LSU.
I was getting ready to say one coach did.
Special teams coach. And then Notre Dame, Marcus Freeman, the new era of Notre Dame football, did not go as well.
It went about as well as it could. I misread that game. I thought Ohio State was going to kill them.
Well, the point spread was 17.5.
Yeah, they were winning at halftime. They're up 10-7 at halftime.
Yeah.
And just couldn't muster enough offense. If Ohio State's defense is good, then really watch out. But Notre Dame hung tough, but did lose 21-10. The Georgia was kind of questioning them. What are they going to?
That was a whooping.
That was a big time whooping.
How about this tight end that they have? That's like 6'7", 275, 280. I mean, we're talking like Justin Jones material, dude.
49-3 over Oregon. Another wild one in Gainesville. How about Florida beating Utah? Utah drives it all the way down the field late. All they got to do is kick it to go to overtime, but they're playing aggressive, going for the touchdown, which they should, and they throw an interception.
Anthony Richardson is the real deal, man.
He was awesome. I like Utah's quarterback too, but Anthony Richardson, so smooth out there. Only threw for 168 yards, but ran for 106. Had 3 rushing touchdowns and had a very sweet double pump fake touchdown.
Spin move.
Yeah, that was
fire to the corner of the end zone touchdown.
It might have actually been a 2-point conversion, but either way, he looked great on Saturday. Let's see other games. Arkansas knocked off Cincinnati 31-24. How about Houston? And I didn't watch a lot of this one. It was going on during the 5th quarter, and then the end was happening on our way home from the 5th quarter. They win in triple overtime against a good UTSA team on the road.
Won the Conference USA last year, I believe.
And joining us soon, but that was a really good win for Houston on the road to remain in the top 25 as they knocked off UTSA. BYU hammering South Florida in Tampa.
I do want to get back to the Utah-Florida game. Just like a slight brag, that was one of my upsets of the week.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out to C.J. Schaefer, too. That was one of his.
That was your top 10 team to lose.
Yes.
And how your other one was Pitt.
And you and Wager were like, oh, come on, dude. Or it was more Wager, but he was like, come on, dude. Really? I was like, I like Florida in the swamp.
We weren't talking about that pick was bad. We're just saying the other option was just saying Notre Dame was going to lose to Ohio State, which was easy. You took the difficult way. I took the easy way.
I took the difficult road.
Some would say they have more respect for you than they do for me in that situation. I am, however, 2-0 because I did say Arkansas would beat Cincinnati, and you guys had.
I almost had West Virginia.
Some could argue you should have.
I almost went 2-0.
That was a wild one too on Thursday night.
That was a good way to start the kick off the college football season.
I would say that there's no way in hell that the wild games continue tonight, but you know what? There's a lot of crazy stuff happening. Maybe Georgia Tech can give Clemson a game.
23.5, I believe Clemson's the favorite tonight. I do like the under 51. Though.
I don't know how Georgia Tech scores more than 10 tonight, so that would be why I would be reluctant to pick an upset for tonight's game. So, but man, fun week one. I'm looking at the, and I have no new rankings come out yet. I am not seeing any at the moment, so I don't know if we have rankings as of yet for week two. And just one more bummer from that outcome on Saturday. If East Carolina knocks off the number 13 team in the nation, they're certainly receiving votes this week. And I don't think they'd be in the top 25, but they'd be receiving votes. And then you win Saturday, and then the next Saturday, and maybe the next one, and then you see that number beside your name. And that is something we're going to miss out on.
I mean, I'm looking at the schedule after this. I mean, Old Dominion's going to be tough on Saturday after a big win against Virginia Tech. I do like that they beat Virginia Tech.
Love it.
But a win on Saturday, man. I mean, you're staring 4-0 in the face because Navy lost to Delaware on Saturday. 7-3 was that score.
Delaware coach dropping an F-bomb in an interview after the game.
Oh, I didn't see that, but that's awesome. So I'm thinking East Carolina's 4-0 if you beat State on Saturday. Unfortunately, that's not what happened, but I do think 3-1 is a great possibility for the Pirates.
You're going to have to start stacking wins because the second half of this schedule is really, really tough. And not that the first half is super easy, but you look at games against Old Dominion, Campbell, Navy, USF, and Tulane. Much easier than when you get to your UCFs, Houston, Cincinnati, and BYU. Looks really, really good, as we thought they would. So, that's the way the schedule breaks out for East Carolina for this 2022 season. NFL, Chandler?
It's here.
Getting underway on Thursday. What an opener we have. We'll have that here on Pirate Radio, right, Shirley? So
our coverage begins at 7 o'clock, I believe.
All right, so it'll be Bills-Rams coming up.
Great matchup.
Do we have our triple header yet, Shirley? Or
yes.
All right, what do we got?
Let's go. Sunday? Break it out.
It's exciting stuff.
Yeah. For this Sunday, we have Game 1 will feature the Bengals hosting the Steelers.
All right, good AFC North matchup.
Game 2 will be the Raiders at the Chargers.
Great AFC West game.
And the Cowboys host the Bucks in the night game.
Terrible game. I'll see if we can preempt that for something else.
There seems to be a lot of Packers and Raiders, and I don't know.
It looks like we've got our lineups for the next couple of weeks too.
Yeah.
Any Commanders in there?
Yes, Commanders.
What?
Where are you?
Oh, because we have a Thursday night game. I know.
Yes, you have one Thursday night game, and actually, there's more than one. Hold on.
Well, I'm just talking about in the
Commanders Eagles November 14th
on Monday night.
That's a Monday night game.
All right. Go Manders. How you feeling about Sunday, Chandler?
I'm feeling good.
Confident?
Very confident. I do like the Panthers' chances on Sunday. Jacoby Brissett going to be making a reunion start for the Browns. And I think that Baker Mayfield, even though he says he did not say, I'm going to F them up, I know that he is thinking that, and I know that is going to be the goal. I know today that Matt Rule said that the hype is not around Baker and the revenge on the Browns. I think that's total BS. I think that this is going to be a chance for Baker to get some revenge on the Browns. And then I do like the Panthers defensively as well, that very young defense putting pressure on Jacoby Brissett, who's got it done before in the past as a backup. but I think the Panthers are 2.5-point favorites. I'm taking them. I'm taking the points with them.
All right. Chandler is ready to go for Sunday. We'll see you at Tiebreakers.
Tiebreakers, baby. The official headquarters of Chandler Honeycutt in the NFL on Sunday.
All right. I plan on being there myself after a late night on the U.S. Sailor fifth quarter call-in show.
Yes, we'll be taking your calls. We took over 40 calls on Saturday after the loss to NC State.
We have 4 lines here, and at the beginning of the show, 4 callers call in, get right on, and we stayed that way for about 2.5 hours.
Oh, yeah.
On Saturday.
Easily.
Before they finally started dying off. So kudos to Pirate fans for making it what it is. That show is all about you, and you kept us entertained. I made a joke on Twitter yesterday that I was disappointed in the lack of dumb calls.
Even though do not be a Cheezel. Do not be a Cheezel come up on Saturday after the game against ODU.
We had a Cheezel. We had a guy saying pull Dapper scholarship. We had some guy doing a bit about globalism and how it's affecting Pirate football. But other than that, some pretty level-headed calls.
Yeah.
So
and positive calls at that.
Yeah, because that's kind of where this thing is trending. Now, if East Carolina loses Saturday, that positivity is going to be out the window. And we're going to have some angry Pirate fans late night on Saturday.
Absolutely.
I don't think it's going to go that way, but there is a possibility of that happening. But I'm excited for East Carolina and ODU.
I mean, the most negativity we had on the show was the operations behind concessions.
Yeah, a lot of stuff on that.
If you missed the show earlier, we will be having J.J. McLam on tomorrow's PRL.
And I've already seen some comments. Clock management on the last drive was bad, says Kyle on Facebook, and some other comments on that. Donnie Kirkpatrick was on for an hour earlier today on the Brian Bailey Show. It's available to watch now on YouTube and on our Facebook page, but that'll re-air coming up 6 o'clock tonight, where he kind of went behind the scenes on some of the calls, some of the plays in that game, what happened. So he answered to that. I thought it was very interesting to hear his point of view. Earlier today on the Brian Bailey Show, that's coming up at 6 o'clock right here on Pirate Radio. We'll take a timeout, come back. When we return, Hour 3, we'll hear some of the raw emotion from Mike Houston directly following that loss to NC State on Saturday. And also talk to Isaiah Winstead in Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. It's all ahead, and we have a giveaway. We'll open up the booty bag for you. All ahead on PRL. Back with you after this.
The Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of pirates. The doors open at noon, 7 days a week. And the Buck has live music every night along with football. Monday is open mic night the first Monday of each month. Tuesday, it's karaoke with DJ Captain Morgan. Wednesday, it's acoustic night. Thursday, it's the dance party with DJ Kid Scene and live music every Friday and Saturday night with the best bands on the East Coast. Follow the Buck on Instagram for information and schedule of events. This season, party like a pirate at the Buck.
Welcome to US Cellular, where new and current customers choose any phone they want for free.
Free? Even the one with 5G and lots of storage?
Free.
And the one with the latest everything?
Free.
At US Cellular, any phone you see is free, whether you're a new or current customer. US Cellular, America's locally grown wireless. Terms apply. See uscellular.com for details.
This is Brandon Tate, owner and operator of Atlantic Wireless, an authorized agent for US Cellular since 1997. Visit atlanticwireless.com to find the store near you. We go beyond the call.
Are you ready for some football, Pirate Nation? Bud Light is America's favorite light beer and the official beer of the ECU Pirates. When planning your fun times this football season, be sure to pick up some Bud Light at your favorite retailer. Bud Light carefully brews their beer to be perfect for anywhere there's fun. Because when there's fun, Bud Light is there. Get ready to have fun this season, Pirate Nation, and always stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989.
UBE and PirateWear.com is excited to offer Pirate Nation the largest selection of new ECU merchandise and tailgate supplies ever. UBE has the best prices in town, so that makes UBE your one-stop shop for all things ECU. UBE does daily restocks of Champion, Adidas, and Under Armour. Don't forget to bring your young Pirates in to plunder the Crow's Nest, which is the only kids store dedicated to ECU. Plenty of free parking uptown in Greenville. Visit them at PirateWear.com. Go Pirates!
Greenville Utilities electric customers will soon be able to receive text notifications in the event of power outages. Enrollment is automatic, so make sure GUC has your cell phone number by signing into your account at GUC.com, then update the information in your user profile. Want to talk with someone instead? Call 252-752-7166 during business hours. 252-752-7166. Update us so we can update you. Visit GUC.com for more information.
Hey Pirate Nation, Shimmer Boutique is your one-stop shop for all your tailgate essentials. This is Holt Millers, and if you need a Yeti cooler, apparel, shoes, or accessories for the season, Shimmer has you covered. Shimmer Boutique is also the exclusive retailer in Greenville carrying the largest selection of built-in broken gear for adults and youth. Be ready for game day and every day at Shimmer Boutique on Greenville Boulevard behind Starbucks and in Winterville across from Lowe's. Go Pirates! Hey Pirate Nation, this is Holt Millers, and when it comes to getting your family together, there's no better place than Familia, which is Italian for family. Familia is the place I like to bring my football family, especially my offensive linemen. Whether it's great New York style pizzas, homemade meatballs, lasagna, chicken parmesan, or delicious homemade desserts, Familia is a winning play every time. For dine-in or takeout, make Familia your go-to play when you have a hungry team. Familia on Fire Tower Road near Pitt Community College. Go Pirates!
I'm Donald Stocks, owner of Pip Marketing Signs Print. We are your one-stop shop for just about anything printed. If we're not your go-to printer, please give us a call at 355-1636. We have over 80 five-star Google reviews and want you to be our next more than satisfied and well-pleased customer. Check us out at growatpip.com or stop in to see us at 3185 Mosley Drive in Greenville. Pip, where business goes to grow.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 at 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Carolina Caliber has the area's largest selection for outdoor shooting sports and accessories. That is one of the top firearm dealers anywhere. I'm sorry, I just can't.
How's it going up there?
Yes, high up here. At Carolina Caliber, they have everything you need for hunting, home defense, and personal protection, including a wide variety for ladies and youth. They'll buy, sell, and trade. Carolina Caliber, locally owned and operated since 1960 on Fire Tower Road in Winterville. Now back to the show. Here's Clip.
All right, Queen Shirley.
Hey, Shirley. How is it up there?
Oh, this camera shot is hilarious.
Come back down.
Shirley was complaining about her chair. So I rolled a chair from Studio A into Studio B, and now she's sitting 3 foot taller than Chandler.
Yeah, because if you could see Chandler in the camera shot, which I don't know if you can or not, but
where
there's a considerable height difference between the two of us right now.
Where's the elevator at? I'm trying to go up there.
Oh, you're funny. So, yeah, you have the chairs that have the little lever that you can make it, go up a little bit higher or go a little lower. And for some reason, my chair, I set it up pretty high, and it gets me about exactly where I want in terms of where I have to put my hands. Because, I'm running between two computers and a soundboard. So I have to, turn and whatnot. And for some reason, I'll be just sitting there and just randomly, my chair will just sink. And then all of a sudden, I go from being 5'3" to 4'3". And all of a sudden, I'm like eye level with the desk. So it's just, so I was fussing about that during the commercial break. And next thing I know, Clip has come in with one of the high ones I call
think
those
you
the
look
high
good over
chairs.
there. Yeah, I think you look good over there.
And at first I thought, oh, this is great. But now I'm having second thoughts because it's a long way down to touch things.
Now you got to play all these cuts and do a lot of reaching and strain your back and all that.
Yeah, I'm going to need a chiropractor after this is done. Does Troy still have that guy's number?
Oh, yeah. Maybe we can get him on the show. He can help you out. Excuse me. I saw this so I don't have TikTok. I said that Twitter was going to be the last thing I get. I don't have like Snapchat or TikTok or I don't know what the other ones are.
I have Snapchat to keep up with my niece.
I don't have Instagram.
I don't do anything on Snapchat. All I do is look at my niece's videos, and I have TikTok on my phone, but not because I put it there, but because my nephew put it there.
So I'm kind of out to lunch on all these things, but I saw Unnecessary Roughness, which is a college football podcast on.
I thought you meant the movie.
On Barstool, which is where I'm sure they got the movie from, or the name from. So they put this up today, and I was like, wait a minute, that's a ECU player in an ECU uniform. What is this? And I don't know what time this is. Wow, man. But you get a picture outside, and it looks like I don't know if it's dirty. It looks like it's before the game, probably. But the caption is, when you get recruited thinking you're going to play right away.
Oh, I saw this.
Just to not even be allowed on the field with the team. And it is Fletcher Marshall Jr., one of those tall corners we were talking about this all season. And not sure what the deal is. I do know that this...
Could it possibly be he's in Houston's doghouse, and that's why?
I just know it probably shouldn't be put out on video and social media.
I can agree with that, yes.
So if he's not in the doghouse before, he probably is now, I would imagine.
Mm-hmm.
So not a good look there. But
said he was being recruited thinking he was going to start day one. He's not even allowed on the field during warm-ups.
Yeah.
He doesn't even have pads on.
So,
which a lot of players are, in street clothes and stuff. So.
Yeah. So there you go. That's could be floating around to a computer screen near you. My advice would be, if you're thinking about doing something like that, to not do it. Just for your own good. I don't think anything positive can really come of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you're only making it worse for yourself at this point.
Yeah. It's not gonna.
Yeah, a former ECU player caught some comments for his posts.
Who?
On Twitter. Former punter.
Can you not talk about it, or?
John Young.
Okay. Why are you being so cryptic?
I don't know. I was being like Troy a while ago with Josh Graham. Like, yeah, we had a former. You said just say his name. It's Josh Graham.
What did he say?
Was basically saying.
I know what he said. He said that when he took a picture of the screen and said basically the Owen Daffer missed field goal was on the holder.
Was on Luke Larson.
Which is Luke Larson. Now, what are you saying right now?
The tweet was deleted.
Oh, was it?
Yes.
Okay. Interesting. You want to add anything else?
No.
We have heard that Luke Larson. This is crazy to say, but I have read this and heard this now from two different people that like Luke Larson and
they had beef.
And John Young has some kind of beef.
They had beef.
Some kind of punter beef.
And they had beef last year when they were teammates.
And I guess that's why John Young deleted his tweet or whatever.
Yeah,
or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. But anyway, what a weird deal that is.
Yeah,
Who knew that punters beef with each other? I guess punters are people too. They have real feelings, real emotions.
By the way,
real beef.
Shout out former ECU long snapper Slay Roy in his first game as an LSU Tiger.
He did his job.
He got a snap. It was a perfect snap, but the kick was blocked. And Florida State, Mike Norville, former Memphis Tiger coach, gets a awesome win for the Noles last night over the Tigers.
That's right. Some wild games with wild finishes. East Carolina on the wrong side of theirs last night.
You know what else is wild? I can't touch the floor.
I can't.
I'm so far up on this chair, I can't touch the floor.
Look, being a queen is not all it's cracked up to be. All right, let's hear from Mike Houston after the 21-20 loss to
Can you reach down there?
North Carolina State.
There's not a whole lot to say. Kids fought their tails off. They inspire me with the way they play. Our preparation coming into this game, we were very confident this morning. I know nobody outside of, Greenville gave us much of a chance, but those kids never doubted. We should have won the ball game. We outplayed them. We dominated them physically in the second half. I really hurt for those kids in that locker room right now. They've brought this program from the depths back to what it was today. I mean, that stadium today was incredible. Our fan base is incredible. And we all deserve to have a win today. And I'm sorry we're not sitting here celebrating one.
Again, these are comments from right after the game. Mike Houston will have his weekly press conference on Tuesday, and we'll bring that to you. But this is from right after the game, so you can hear the emotion, the disappointment in his voice. Cut 2 talks about special teams play.
Well, the block punt, we missed a block on the line of scrimmage right there. Luke still should have gotten it off. He knows. He's a very mature guy. He just got to get that kick off. We can't give up cheap points. I thought it was going to cost us the game. It almost didn't cost us the game, but in the end, it's a mistake we can't make. I mean, the kicks, they're non-characteristic of Owen. He knew what he did on the first kick with the extra point. He had a chance to redeem himself, and unfortunately, he didn't. And he's hurting worse than anybody right now. We've got to support him, and he's got to rebound from this. But it's a tough pill to swallow.
All right, Mike Houston was asked what he said to Owen Daffer after the game.
I told him I care about him. I'm here for him. I mean, those plays don't define him. They hurt like crap right now, but, he's hit that kick before. So we all expected him to hit that kick because we've watched him do it.
All right, Mike Houston talked about the goal line stands in the game on Saturday.
If we hit that kick at the end, you're sitting here saying that, those are historic plays in the history of the program. I mean, everybody in the stadium has to respect what those kids did down there. You don't do that. You don't do that to a 13-ranked team. You don't do that to one of the better teams in the ACC. Nobody does that to them. And I think it says a lot about those kids. It says a lot about the heart they've got. It says a lot about the toughness they got. Our fronts, when I got here, I mean, they were the joke of all your one-liners. I'd say we've got a pretty tough-ass bunch up front, both sides.
All right, we talked about how in the face of adversity, East Carolina did a really good job responding, and I mentioned it with Miles Berry. You throw a pick, you go out there, sudden change, 3 and out. That was huge. Holt Millers 2 picks in the first half. How did he respond with a really good second half of football? Couple touchdowns. East Carolina outscoring NC State 13-0 in the second half. So Mike Houston talked about how his team responded every time they did have some adversity.
I'm proud of them. Yes, I mean, that's what we have to build on. I told them, I said, we can't let this keep us from seeing the lessons. And it validates everything we've done. It validates our process. It validates our culture. It validates, why character is important. It validates why preparation is important. It validates playing together and, it being bigger than you, and you're supposed to be celebrating a win. That's all.
All right, C.J. Johnson, leading receiver yards-wise for either team on Saturday. 6 catches, 90 yards, and had the big 39-yard touchdown. And Mike Houston talked about his play.
Not surprised. That's the way he's played all preseason. I thought he handled himself with a ton of maturity today. Very composed. Really proud of him.
Shirley Rhodes won the Fantasy Picks Week 1. She had C.J. Johnson. I had Isaiah Winstead. Chandler had Ryan Jones. And I was not too far off. Isaiah was close. He had his hands on one in the end zone and also had a catch that went down to, I think, the 1 or 2. But, man, I think he's a player. Had a couple of drops early, responded, and he looks the part to me. And Mike Houston was asked about his play.
Yes. I mean, I think you saw, what his potential is. He made some big-time catches, none probably bigger than the 1, down there in the red zone to give us first and goal from the 1. Just really happy he's here with us.
All right, Mike Houston was asked what his message to the team was when they were trailing by 14 at halftime.
Well, I mean, I was just honest with him. I mean, I told him, I said, the stats are dead even at the half. The difference is the turnovers and the block punt. I mean, that's self-inflicted stuff. We had a couple of drop passes. You make those catches. You don't you get the punt off. You don't throw the one pick on the overthrow. I mean, it's a completely different score at halftime. You can't do anything but the pass. So you just got to, focus on what's in front of you. And I did tell them, I said, I don't think NC State's prepared to play 4 quarters with you. I mean, they expect this game to be a blowout. We expected it to go the distance. And I thought that our conditioning and our toughness and our grit showed in the 4th quarter.
All right, does going toe-to-toe with the 13th ranked team in the country validate that your team is ready to take the next step?
We've got a good football team. We got to move past this and get ready for a very good ODU team. We've got to take it 1 week at a time. But we have a good football team. In that stadium today, we have something special here in Greenville.
That stadium today, when he said that, it took me back to the very first Mike Houston line about that stadium's going to be rocking and heaven help. I mean,
I thought he was about to say, I hope heaven helped whoever walked into the stadium today.
I mean, that it all came to fruition. Everything happened except the result at the end. 23-21 or 24-21 should have been the final score, but it was not. It was 21-20, and we were on the wrong side of it. Mike Houston talked about the last drive to set up the potential game-winning field goal.
Well, we were trying to get as close as we could. We didn't have a timeout, so we had to. It got down to 33 seconds or so. They called timeout. I told Donnie, we needed about 5 more yards to be in range, so we called the quarterback draw, and we got about 15 yards. Got us well within range, but then you're in a hurry-up field goal situation. So, I thought our kids I thought they handled that last drive very, very well. I had to use the timeouts on NC State's drive to get us the ball back with as much time as possible, and I thought we did a great job with that. We 3 and outed them. With the timeouts, we had, 240, 234, something like that. So, I mean, we gave ourselves the perfect situation. We executed. We set ourselves up perfectly to win the ball game. We just got to hit the kick.
All right, and finally, Mike Houston talked about how his team would respond on Sunday, which, of course, is yesterday. We've talked to some of the players. Sounds like they've responded tremendously, but here's what Mike Houston said after the game.
It's the reason I practice on Sunday and then take Monday off. I think you got to flush this one, good and bad. You got to get the kids' heads back, and then you got to get ready for the next one. I mean, that's just the way the season, all the build-up to the first game of the year, and now all of a sudden, it becomes, it's just a gauntlet. I mean, you gotta flush this game out of your system. So we got a bunch of experienced kids. They weren't hanging their heads in the locker room. They're broken, but this team is not going to be defined by one loss. We got a good football team, and everybody knows it.
All right, there are Mike Houston's comments following the East Carolina loss to NC State. We have talked to a lot of guys today on the Delcor Players Lounge. You can call Delcor 321-8868. Visit DelcorInc.com. Keaton Mitchell, Isaiah Winstead going to be unable to join us here on this Monday. So guess what? That means we are freestyling the rest of the show. And we want to hear from you on Facebook, on YouTube. Your thoughts on the game, your thoughts on football in general. What are you looking forward to this weekend in college football, NFL? What do you got for us?
And as we have 40 minutes left until the end of the show, if you haven't already, smash it.
Smash the like button.
Smash it
what
right
are you
now.
waiting for? Why do we have all these viewers and no likes? Smash the like, people.
Like, we appreciate you already
And
for
the
tuning
subscribe
in,
button, too.
for watching us, for listening to us.
If you don't like...
But what are you doing? What's the... Subscribe.
Hit the subscribe. Hit
the
like.
sub. Smash the like.
Even if you don't like what you're seeing, angrily take it out on that like button. Just smash it so hard and say, this sucks. I'm going to smash this like. Do it right now.
You know what I'm about to do? I'm about to make a executive decision. Hey, CJ, fire up the trumpets. CJ, you're in the video chair. I'm going into Studio A.
Look at this guy.
Who is the executive? Who is he the executive over?
Myself.
You in that little chair over there. What decisions are you
I
making?
really do not feel like I have any power right now looking at you.
Why are you peacocking around all of a sudden?
Is that okay with you?
Oh, I like it. I like the attitude.
I don't necessarily like the attitude.
I'm sorry.
Executive decisions.
I got an executive decision. Shirley, cut that crap off. Open up the booty bag.
Open up that booty bag. Open up that booty
somebody
bag.
a winner right now.
I had to find it. It was so far away.
Booty, 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 booty everywhere.
Your booty's in my face.
Shirley's booty is sitting high.
Your booty is like
It is.
It's literally parallel to my shoulder.
You are eye level with the booty.
My booty is literally parallel with Chandler's shoulder right now.
All right, what do you want to give away on this Monday?
How about a $15 gift card to Wings Over Greenville?
Man, that sounds awesome. We had some great Wings Over Greenville on Friday.
Yes.
Oh, man, it was good
Which
stuff.
was a welcome.
Folks, try the
delivery
tater tots. We recommend the garlic parm tater tots.
Those were fantastic.
Check them out. All right, what call are you looking for?
I'm going to go with 12.
317-1250. Caller 12 is a winner. More to go after this.
Here today with Jeff Stein from Brown & Wood. Hey, Jeff, how's inventory going?
Inventory levels are increasing. For the first time in over 45 days, we have Mazdas in stock, Buick in stock, Cadillac in stock, and GMC in stock. I highly encourage the customer to go to gmc.com, build and price their vehicle, share that with Brown & Wood, and let us place your order. We need some price protection for these customers, and you got to place an order to have that.
Brown & Wood, your #1 dealership in Greenville and the home of the lifetime powertrain warranty.
Beauty Bar Medi Spa wants to know if you are ready to fall into beauty October 7th through the 14th. All services and products will be on sale. Botox, filler, painless laser hair removal, facials, RF microneedling, rejuvenating laser treatments to treat brown spots, wrinkles, texture, veins, and skin tightening. And now, the only facility in the area to offer non-surgical under-eye fat pad treatments. BeautyBarMedispa.com, Red Banks Road, Greenville. Go Pirates!
Country Mart has been locally owned and operated for over 40 years and is your premier country store serving the best cheese biscuits and country food around. Country Mart is open every day and has 2 locations in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Both Country Mart locations are top-of-the-line fuel stations serving Shell gas, including 93 ethanol-free high-octane gas, which is the best for all you boat owners. Country Mart, fueling you up with great food in your engines with great gasoline. Go Pirates!
This is Dr. Chris Barsani from Orthopedic Season Sports Medicine Center. Our practice has been caring for the athletes at ECU and the residents of Eastern North Carolina for more than 35 years. Whether it's treatment for your sports injuries or it's time for that joint replacement, Orthopedic Seats provides the latest in operative and non-operative orthopedic care. We also offer on-site physical therapy and MRI services as well as walk-in urgent care on the weekends from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Call us at 757-BONE or visit us online at orthoeast.com. Go Pirates!
North Carolina State Parks is proud to announce that they have partnered with the Hometown Strong program. Our visitor centers are now equipped with public Wi-Fi to help kids with school. Remote learning has become a critical public health measure in maintaining social distance and continuing to educate our young people. Take advantage of Wi-Fi and a hike at Goose Creek State Park or a day trip to the beach and access remote learning at Fort Macon State Park. For more information, visit hometownstrong.nc.gov.
Hi, I'm Annalie Newhoff.
And I'm Rob Campbell.
And we are with CopyPro. We have been locally owned and operated here in Eastern North Carolina for almost 50 years. CopyPro is the leader in office technology.
Does your business struggle with keeping printing costs low or producing professional documents? Here at CopyPro, total customer satisfaction is our #1 priority.
We have a variety of solutions to help reduce your printing expenses and make your business more productive. Call us today at 1-800-682-6558 or online at copypro.net.
CopyPro, we are the professional office systems people.
Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. University Sportswear ENC.com is your one-stop shop for all promotional products for your business. With over 1 million items to shop from, University Sportswear ENC.com offers high-quality products at prices to fit any budget. Visit University Sportswear ENC.com for contact information and to get shopping. University Sportswear ENC.com, the official sportswear provider of Pirate Radio.
The convenience of Pitt Greenville Airport is waiting just outside your front door. Service is back, so you're connected to destinations worldwide through flights from American Airlines. Plan your next trip. Book your flights today at flypgv.com or aa.com.
Avoid the long check-in lines and congestion at the big airports and fly local at PGV. Fast, convenient, and close to home, PGV has American airline flights perfect for your next trip. Book today at aa.com. PGV, where the pirates fly.
Hey everybody, this is David Glenn, and you're listening to my favorite station in Eastern North Carolina, Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. To get the business services that are right for your business today, contact the team of experienced local bankers at First Bank. The team includes bankers you can trust like Ashley Capps, Lee Watson, Bonner Latham, Chris Richards, Josh Hooten, and Heath Nesbitt. First Bank, together with their customers, are creating a world where individuals and communities thrive. First Bank on Arlington Boulevard in Greenville. And congratulations to Jeff Dover of Greenville. Picked up a $15 gift card to Wings Over Greenville. If you're looking for wings to be delivered to your home, Wings Over has you covered. With no third party needed, they have their own in-house delivery service. Be sure to try the all-new tender sandwiches by ordering ahead on the Wings Over mobile app. They're open till 3 a.m. on Fridays and Saturdays, so they have everything to cure those late-night munchies. Give them a call at 758-9464. I highly recommend the garlic parm tater tots. Tell them Shirley sent you. Wings Over Greenville, they deliver. Now let's head back into PRL. And a very strange acting Chandler Honeycutt in Studio A.
He's a little bit of on one here. Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live.
All I know is I looked up and Chandler is looking to his left, which would be no one there. But he's yelling at something.
Yeah. Yelling at the fish in the lobby. That one fish that we have in the
George.
By George.
The second.
Check us out on YouTube, Facebook Live, and chime in on your thoughts on Saturday, your thoughts on this season, your thoughts on anything football related, your thoughts on anything life related. Also, make sure you are smashing that like button and subscribe. Udon Cheek, coach.
My heart is purple and gold.
That is him. Coach on the track team says any injury updates. Well, Holt Millers had a shoulder scare during the game. Says he's okay and will be in treatment this week and be ready to go on Saturday. Ryan Jones was limping around. He says he's all right, just banged up. As far as a couple of Pirate defensive players left the game Saturday, we'll get an update on that coming up Tuesday when Mike Houston speaks to the media at his press conference, which is at 11:30. So we'll have that for you right here on Pirate Radio. Kenny says,
I like this.
Week 1 bowl prediction.
I want Kenny to have a week 2. I want him to have a bowl prediction for each week. One bowl.
Well, what bowl are we in? Maybe he's saying this one if we run the table. Cincinnati versus USC in the Cotton Bowl. He says if we win the conference, what are your thoughts about playing Lincoln Riley? It would be fantastic. It would be awesome. I would love to see it. I would like to see our defense take on all those weapons out at USC. And they got what? The old Oklahoma quarterback?
Yes, they have Caleb Williams.
Caleb Williams is the name that I could not think of.
Hey, how about just like we ask you guys to hit the like, smash the sub, how about the fans on the West Coast getting the damn seats? That UCLA game was ridiculous.
Yeah.
There was nobody there.
Nobody.
I think it was the same for the Coliseum for the Trojans game against Rice.
Yeah. They don't care about their football. They don't care about much out there.
No, they don't.
Sports related. Kenny says the Pirates win 41-10 Saturday night.
Whoa.
He likes the Pirates minus 13. I don't think we mentioned that. I meant to bring it up earlier. East Carolina, I was a little surprised to see them as a 13-point favorite over Old Dominion. I was thinking more like 7 or 8. Not 13, but it's a lot of respect.
I'll be tickled to beat Old Dominion 41-10. after their win over Virginia Tech.
Then on Sunday, he says Panthers win.
Mm-hmm.
Comrades get beat down.
Comrades.
And then Sunday night, America's team, the Dallas Cowboys, take Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Spoken like a true dumb Cowboy fan, he can't even get his words right. Would they take them where? To lunch, Kenny?
I'm not dumb like some Cowboy fans.
Where are they going to take them? They're going to take them out to eat? Take them for a nice meal? Take them to church? Where are they taking them? Thank you for being a Cowboys fan. Any comments?
No, I think you've said enough.
You're good. Josh says, hell of a game Saturday by our boys. The scoreboard doesn't tell the whole story from that game. Love what we saw, especially from the defense in the second half. Going to be a big year for the Pirates. That was, I'd say that comment by Josh was a lot of the temperature we got from Pirate fans on the post-game show.
Yep.
Like, that really sucked. We should have had it. But, man, are we fired up for how this thing's going to go moving forward where Mike Houston's brought this thing right now.
I had a couple people talk to me, oh, man, I bet the fifth quarter was ugly. I was like, actually, no. I said, Pirate fans really like what they saw today. Of course, a lot of disappointed voices on the Pit Electric Live line, but a lot of people were so hyped about what the Pirates look like offensively, especially defensively. A lot of people brought up that goal line stand, the back-to-back goal line stand, the fumble with the first one, and then just dragging that guy 20 yards back. I told you during the game, I wish that the rule was that the ball is spotted where they drug the running back, and if in that case it would have been it would have gone from the 1 yard line to the 20-yard line. There was a slew of Pirates pushing his ass back.
Get rid of forward progress. Dumb rule. Wherever you go down is where you go down. That should have been a loss of 23 on the play.
Good gracious.
1st and 10 ECU. And anybody else worried about a late hit, personal foul there on that play? I mean, the whistle had to start blowing at the 10 or 15.
Oh, gosh. Yeah.
I was a little nervous.
You know what? The referees probably gave him some slack because credit to you guys in Daddy Ficklin Stadium, it was rocking.
Yeah.
There was no way they heard those initial whistles. But yeah,
and it shouldn't have been a whistle, and there wasn't a whistle. But I've seen plays like that where there are, and they're really, really frustrating.
Yeah, but that defense was just flying around. Shout out to Julius Wood who got the initial hit on that goal line stand, the second one, and basically knocked that guy back a couple of yards and gave the rest of his teammates time to get there and push him back. But Pirates put up a awesome fight. I mean, you're talking you're down 21-7, middle of the third quarter. You find a way to get down. Shout out Shane Calhoun. Mike Houston said, "Do not count out Shane Calhoun." He gets a touchdown on Saturday, and next thing you know, the Pirates get a pick. My boy Jairo Wilson.
Are you shouting him out?
Shouting him out too. Shout out Raje Harris for punching it in on 3rd and 1. Pirates go with Raje. He goes to the left side, punches it in, and then Pirates had a chance there at the end to get it done, and it just didn't go the Pirates' way.
All right, there's Chandler Honeycutt's Monday shout-outs, new segment here. You got
Julius Wood,
Jaira, Raje, and Shane Calhoun.
Okay, sweet.
That was your shout-outs. CJ, I've been dying to hear from you.
You have?
Yeah, all weekend. I'm like, I wonder what CJ thinks about this game.
I appreciate that.
How was the AC?
That's inside joke. Don't talk about it. Let's not. I'm gonna get mad if we do. Let's not.
When we got back to the studio listening while y'all were going on with the fifth quarter call-in show, a lot of what I heard was what I had hoped to hear, but I wasn't sure if I was going to hear the positives or if everybody was going to dwell on the negatives. You couldn't really, in the moment, you can't really blame people for dwelling on the negatives. But I was happy to see at least so many people, positively trying to uplift Owen Daffer. Stuff like that happens. I mean, we saw it happen last night. Kickers are put into a lot of tough situations, and like a lot of the guys, notably Holt Millers, said in the post-game press conference, there were a lot of different instances that you can look back on, and if any one of those mistakes change, if Holton doesn't throw one of his 2 interceptions, If the punt is not blocked and recovered for a touchdown, who knows what happens then? So I'm just glad to see a lot of the Pirate Nation is still backing up Owen Daffer here.
I agree with Craig here. It says we were poised to get blown out in the second half like previous years. 21-7, State getting the football. Had scored late in the first half. That's a recipe, if you watch football, for a blowout. And he said the Pirates stood up, met the challenge, and he's exactly right.
That was the case.
IH Red Zone?
Case IH Red Zone. Shout out Gary Hahn. Congrats on the win, Gary. Anyway, but if you go back to 2019, going into halftime, they were up a pretty good margin, and Pirates folded in the second half. And a lot like that game in Raleigh in 2019, Pirates get the ball, they drive, turn the ball over.
Yeah.
Just like on Saturday, Pirates were looking good, getting a good drive going. Next thing you know, I hear Jeff Charles saying the ball was picked off by the Wolfpack. What does the defense do? They get off the field. They put the ball down. They got off the field.
PTBD.
And Pirates actually were able to strike first. So, I mean, it's just night and day where this program is looking back to 2019 and to this past Saturday.
Let's take a break. We'll come back. More to go. Pirate Radio Live. We're talking to you folks here to wrap up our show today, as we are done for the Monday with the Players Lounge, the Delcor Players Lounge. But it was great to catch up with Holt Millers, Raje Harris, Xavier Smith, Miles Berry, and Ryan Jones. We got more to go. We're back with you after this.
It's bow time. So it's game time, and you got a bunch of rabid fans.
Dad, we're hungry.
You head out to fire up burgers and dogs and go from grill master to MVP. Then you realize you're out of gas. Yup, out of gas on game day. What do? Drop a big bow box on it. Game on. Feed a family of 4 with 8 pieces of chicken, biscuits, fixins, and tea. It's bow time.
Your vehicle is a big part of your life. That's why you should trust the team at Greenville Auto World for all your vehicle needs. Greenville Auto World believes in fair prices, superior service, and treating customers right. Visit greenvilleautoworld.net to see their fully stocked inventory of SUVs, trucks, and cars. Need a lift kit, custom rims, or wheels? Greenville Auto World can upgrade your vehicle today. For sales or service, visit Greenville Auto World on Highway 43 in Greenville.
The Angus Grill is your premier spot for the best burgers, cheesesteaks, and brisket sandwiches around. Join us for our unmatched variety of burger combinations, from the mushroom bacon Swiss burger to the jalapeno popper burger to the original Angus classic. Pair that burger with our amazing onion rings, tots, fries, or sweet potato fries. Angus Grill, with 4 amazing locations in eastern North Carolina, including Winterville near Pitt Community College, on Jarvis Street in uptown Greenville, and on Statensburg Road near the hospital. It's the best burger around, guaranteed.
Do you want to feel healthier and have more energy? The secret is all in what you eat. At Kinetic Physical Therapy and Wellness, we have certified dietitians to provide you with accurate advice on the eating plan and the lifestyle choices that you need to make to help you live well. You need more than just an internet search to be able to get a plan that fits your unique needs. Your dietitian will customize an eating plan that is specific to your goals, your budget, and your lifestyle, while providing coaching along the way so you can live well. Sign up today at kptonline.com.
University PC Care has been the Pirate Nation's go-to IT expert since 2006. They thank you for your continued support and trust during these trying times. Many services can be done remotely and free pickup and delivery is available. As a Dell business partner and Apple authorized service provider, you can count on University PC Care for all your personal and business tech support needs. To make a remote appointment or to bring in your device for service at their Greenville or New Bern locations, call 558-1280 or go online at universitypccare.com.
Hey Pirates, this is Holt Millers. A big part of my success on the field is what I eat at home. To keep my body filled up, I order meals off a Clean Eats meal plan. I choose the meals I want from 6 different meals offered each week, and I pick them up on Sunday or Monday at the cafe on Red Banks Road. Each meal is packed with the perfect mix of healthy proteins, carbs, and veggies to keep my engine running at full speed. Go to cleaneats.com, click on meal plans, or stop by the cafe and get all the info. Clean Eats and the Pirates, a winning combination.
For the latest from the world of golf,
Tune in every Saturday morning from 8 to 10 for the Golf Shop Radio Show, presented by PlayGolfMyrtleBeach.com, the golf capital of the world. Hosts Mark Greenhelch and Matt Blanchard talk golf from tee to green and everything in between. If you like golf, you're going to love Golf Shop Radio. Before you tee up, drop on in. Welcome to the Golf Shop.
Well, the secret is out. CD's Grill has the best breakfast in Greenville. Start your day with a made-to-order breakfast Monday through Saturday at CD's Grill. Plus, you can enjoy lunch Monday through Friday. And their lunch specials are always a huge hit. Monday, it's barbecue chicken. Tuesday, pork tenderloin and gravy. Wednesday, chicken and pastry. Thursday, barbecue pork chops. And Friday, it's spaghetti. CD's Grill on Fire Tower Road in Winterville, near Evans Street. Stop by CD's Grill for the best country cooking around.
What's going on, y'all? This is your man, Petey Pablo, and right now you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation. Raise up!
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine has been caring for Pirate Nation and the student athletes at East Carolina University for more than 35 years and are the official team physicians for ECU. They provide a variety of general and specialized operative and non-operative orthopedic services to meet the needs of the patients in Eastern North Carolina. For more information, call 757-2663 or visit orthoeast.com. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live on a Delcor Players Lounge Monday. Enjoyed talking to Holt and Raje, X, Miles, and Ryan Jones. The guys are disappointed but upbeat about what's to come. And what's next? A date with Old Dominion, the Monarchs, coming off a home win in which they did storm the field. They had a big party playing Young Jeezy and everybody dancing after the win over Virginia Tech the other night.
It was great to see an awesome broadcast for that game.
As opposed to
2019.
Yeah, they were on ESPNU the other night, I believe. So they're going to come in here trying to get to 2-0. Our coverage begins 2 o'clock on Saturday, taking you up to that 6 o'clock kickoff, and we're with you after the game, late night edition of the U.S. Cellular fifth quarter call-in show. And man, you guys were awesome on Saturday all day on the pregame, joining us, and also post-game as well, so we appreciate it. You make it a lot of fun, so keep on sticking with us here at Pirate Radio, and we'll have some fun Saturdays. Shirley, I told people on the way in Saturday morning to make sure they tune in right at 8 o'clock to hear the intro. I said it was spicy, and that was really cool, so we'll keep that rolling.
Yep.
Coming up 2 o'clock on Saturday. And, yeah, everybody here did a great job on game day, and looking forward to another one coming up. They don't stop now.
We got to hold, because I just went back. I was actually looking at the schedule. We don't have a bye week till November.
We don't have a bye week till November. We do have a sweet spot of the schedule where we get 3 Saturdays off in a row.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, because we have 2 Friday night games
Friday,
and then a bye
week. Friday, I think is how it goes, something like that. But that's pretty epic. That's going to be fun.
That's epic.
That is cool. All right, John is sad.
Let's get down to Tony.
He says, I'm sad we won't hear Let's Go Down to Tony until 2025. Chandler, I guess you're going to have to retire the Gary Hahn voice for a while.
Yeah. Let's go down to Tony.
The sad Gary. You can do sad Gary Hahn.
Touchdown state.
From here on out.
First down.
Stopped at the goal line state.
Stopped at the goal line state.
They're dragging him 30 yards back state.
That's another first horizon, first down.
Now, that's an audio clip I would love to hear.
Yeah. And they're
knocked them back 20 yards.
They're still going. Who are you?
They literally knocked them out of the Case IH red zone.
You're Johnny, and Tony's down there. I'm Gary. And they got this poor guy down at the 40. He's driven him back to the 37, over to the 22. My God, they've taken him in the Murphy Center.
My God.
They have driven this poor guy.
My God, it's Jason Bourne.
He's down Evans Street. He's now at the Arby's. He's ordering, I think they have a new ribeye steak sandwich down there. They're serving a burger down there now. Our poor running back.
How ridiculous is that?
Sumo is now choosing between curly fries and crinkle fries.
Oh, my God.
At the Arby's.
Oh, my God.
There's your fantasy Gary.
Touchdown steak!
Gary, no. All right, smash the like, subscribe. What do y'all want to talk about? I want to talk about this.
I'm a little nervous.
What are you nervous about?
I've got the well-awaited fantasy draft tonight, 7 o'clock.
And good luck, buddy. I won't be there to help you.
I'll be all right.
Yeah, you'll make it. Last night, so I did something really fun on Sunday. I took a nap, and I felt great.
You said yesterday?
Yep.
Must be nice. I cannot take a nap to save my life.
Oh, I could, and I did. My wife came in and said, "Are you sleeping?" And I said, "Yeah, I was," until you just asked me that and woke me up.
Come on, Judy.
Come
on, Judy!
Yeah, really. So then Sunday night, I watched football, as I am to do. I got to catch up on the Thrones, which I will during the week because there's more football next Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm ready to go to bed, and I'm like, you know what? I think I saw something about a wrestling event. So I don't watch wrestling, but I keep up with it. I go to Squared Circle on Reddit to see what was going on with the wrestling event. And the first thing I read is about MJF returning, and that I guess that was cool. And then I see people commenting on, boy, CM Punk is going off right now. CM Punk, what? Oh, my God, did you see what he said?
He was cursing up a storm.
So I have to start reading what this is about, and I read what it's about, and then I get to the videos themselves, and then I go back to reading on Reddit their comments on CM Punk. So after the pay-per-view last night, AEW is trying to blur the lines. They do like a post-game press conference, and they have this great event, and everybody's happy with it. And then CM Punk starts trashing a former AEW wrestler, and then trashes a current wrestler, and then trashes more people in the back. And most of the comments said, in wrestling, there's a work and a shoot. A work is like a planned fake storyline. A shoot is a guy saying what he really feels and is going off the cuff and doesn't care. They said, if this is a work, I'm trying to remember the order because it was very well worded. They said, if this was a shoot, it's unprofessional. And if this is a work, it's stupid to be coming up with this kind of storyline, trashing your entire locker room. Because there are rumors right now that the AEW locker room's not going so well. And I was fast. I bet I stayed up another hour just following this drama on the internet, CJ. So what's the scuttlebutt in the wrestling world today about CM Punk and his comments?
Well, I remember seeing a comment this morning that might be similar to what you saw. He says, I don't care if it's real or a work or a shoot or a work shoot, turn around McTwist, it's just not good. Yeah. Something like that. But yeah, you were saying he trashed a current wrestler. He actually trashed multiple current wrestlers, talking about the EVPs, the executive vice presidents. There are 3 of them. There were 4 until Cody Rhodes left, but now there are 3. Basically what he was implying is there's a wrestler in AEW right now who he's had legal troubles with before.
Yeah.
And a lot of that.
And what set him off is he was asked about that particular guy,
yes,
I guess.
I guess so.
And
I didn't see.
That's what started it, and then he just rolled from there and was talking like a madman. And for folks that don't care about wrestling, I just bring this up because it was very unorthodox. It would be like Holt Millers doing a post-game press conference, and he just trashes Owen Daffer and then starts trashing his teammates, and then goes with the coaches and also tells reporters F you.
Right. It's weird.
He tells Brian Bailey to F off. That is what would be comparable to this.
It's weird because you watch the video and you see, I never saw the question be asked. I only saw a video of his answers. But you saw him bring up like the executive vice presidents, and you see Tony Khan, the owner of AEW, you saw his eyes just widen, and he looks over at Punk and he's like, yo, what are you doing? like that. And it just stayed that way for 10, 15 minutes, however long he took to, get it all out. And I get where he's coming from is his side of the story is the executive vice presidents are basically leaking this information to reporters and dirt sheets, and some old stuff is being brought back up. And I understand that, if you feel like your name's being slandered, but at the same time, there's a time and a place, and this isn't it.
I mean, I got to imagine he's like, I don't know about get his ass kicked, but be getting some sort of skirmish in the locker room. Like, he is openly calling out guys, and Tony Khan, who runs things, is being viewed as a fanboy, a stan of CM Punk. He watched him wrestle and now has FU money that he can throw whatever he wants. His dad is a gazillionaire. They own the Jaguars, right?
Yes.
Soccer teams too?
Yep, soccer team.
So they got all this money. They can do whatever. And he brought his hero in, and now his hero is destroying everything from the inside. And kind of, it's ugly, but makes me interested in wrestling. I hate to say that.
Yeah. I saw somebody bring up a great point. The executive vice presidents who are still there are the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega, if you're familiar with them. When AEW started out, they were constantly calling him, trying to get him to come on board, and he, wouldn't return their calls. Who did return their calls? Dean Ambrose, who is now Jon Moxley, Chris Jericho, and a couple other guys who were very prominent names in other places. And it wasn't until 2021, last year, whatever, when CM Punk finally decided that he has seen AEW grow to the point where he thinks they're now worth his time. Whereas you had other guys who were just as big, if not bigger, in a situation like Chris Jericho, who bit the bullet and decided they wanted to be there to get it off the ground to begin with.
Dean Ambrose.
Right. So you kind of there's different.
I know a lot of people don't care about this, but just from a drama standpoint, it is fascinating.
Yeah.
If this happened in the sports world in a post-game press conference, it would be all anybody's talking about on Sports Center or whatever.
This is like what Antonio Brown kind of stuff. This
it was very good reality TV, if you will, and it wasn't on TV. But I believe it is available on YouTube.
It is.
For folks that want to see it. But I can't wait to see where it goes. We had AEW wrestler Brock Anderson, who is the antithesis of CM Punk and all these punks.
Yeah.
Really nice guy, and looking forward to seeing his career grow.
I want to mention something, a little nuanced thing he said in here. You asked him how it was going over there. The first thing he said was, you don't get along with everyone you work with, and then he continued on.
Yeah.
That was, and we've heard a lot of stories about that these past couple weeks to a month.
Even when you don't, you usually don't hear guys say, like freaking Bruce Allen with Washington, the culture is damn good. Knowing good and well it wasn't. Oh, the locker room's fine. They're just outwardly saying that there are legit problems going on, which I guess is refreshing to tell the truth, but it kind of shows you how big those problems are. So, all right, let's take our does Ryan Blaney have any chance to win a championship at this point?
I mean, he's still in the running for now.
He was like 6 out of how many ever yesterday?
Yeah, 16. So, I mean, he's definitely still in there.
Okay. I need that to happen. We'll come back, get ready to wrap up a Monday edition of Pirate Radio Live. Back with you after this.
There's nothing more important than protecting your family. Fire ants can cause painful allergic reactions and even death. Protect your loved ones at home where you should feel the safest. Visit pesttechofgreenville.com to learn of our once-a-year treatment to guarantee you stay fire ant free. Tested and proven effective by your Eastern North Carolina exterminating professionals at Pest Tech of Greenville. Mention the crying baby for an extra 10% off.
Where can you go where the beer is cold and friendship is forever? Pabst is the place that's in our hearts where we can be together.
Pabst Blue Ribbon.
this is the place.
Hey Pirate fans, get stocked up for tailgating season with PBR at your favorite retailer. Look for the QR code on the PBR display and register for a chance to win a PBR cooler full of beer. Game day or any day, all Pirates prefer PBR.
You've worked hard to make your business successful, and that's why it's really important to always have a bank in your corner when you need them. This is former ECU baseball player Ashley Capps from First Bank, and our experienced team of local bankers includes Lee Watson, Bonner Latham, Chris Richards, Josh Hooten, and Heath Nisbet. To get the business services that are right for your business today, come and see someone on our team at First Bank on Arlington Boulevard here in Greenville. First Bank, together with our customers, we're creating a world where individuals and communities thrive.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Holt Millers for my friends at ArcPoint Labs. Just as I trust my teammates, you can trust ArcPoint Labs to give you quick and accurate results for your laboratory testing needs. ArcPoint Labs provides insights and solutions to enable individuals, businesses, and communities to make informed decisions on their health, safety, and well-being. Visit any of the 6 Eastern North Carolina ArcPoint Labs locations or go to arcpointlabs.com. Go Pirates!
Love is finding the internet of your dreams from MetroNet. Get ready for fast, reliable, 100% fiber speeds with unlimited data so you can stream, study, surf, and game on all your devices simultaneously. No lag times or buffering. MetroNet offers student deals. Get 100 megabit internet for just $39.95 a month. Switch today at metronet.com/switch. MetroNet. Love your internet.
That perfect tractor package you've been eyeing at Quality Equipment just got a little more perfect. Haul your next 1, 3, or 5 Series John Deere tractor off the lot on your brand new trailer. Visit our site at QualityEquip.com to add it to your package. Start with Quality Equipment to get any task done right. We've got the full line of John Deere equipment priced right with low monthly payments and special financing. Plus, we service everything we sell. Visit QualityEquip.com to see our latest offers.
Winslow's is now Fifth Street Hardware Restaurant and Tap Room. With a brand new look, Fifth Street Hardware also has a new menu and serving lunch and dinner every Tuesday through Sunday and brunch starting at 10:30 on Sundays. What else is new? Well, they have poker every Tuesday night, Trivia Wednesday with DJ Captain Morgan, and on Friday and Saturday nights they have live music open till 2 a.m. serving light appetizers all night long. New look, new name, same location on Fifth Street. Follow them on Facebook and Instagram for more specials. Fifth Street Hardware Restaurant and Tap Room.
Tired and sluggish? Down in the dumps? Or do you just have the blahs? Well, maybe you need to hydrate. Revive Health and Wellness offers IV hydration, which can help you with lack of energy, improve your mood, assist with immunity, and even fix a hangover. Call today to set up an appointment at 350-1805. Locally owned and operated by Samantha Casper, Revive Health and Wellness has a new location and is ready to serve you. Stop by at 2459 Emerald Place in Greenville or go online at revivehealthwellness.org.
This is former ECU baseball player and mayor of Greenville, PJ Connolly, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back for the latest breaking news, interesting stories, and awesome contests that can make you a winner. All you have to do is follow Pirate Radio on our social media on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at PR927FM. You can join the over 58,000 followers today. Now let's head back into the show. Here is Clip Rock.
All right, folks, thanks for joining us today, chiming in, tuning in, listening in. Thanks to Holt Millers, Raje Harris, Xavier Smith, Miles Berry, and Ryan Jones for joining us on the Delcor Players Lounge. We'll be back with you Tuesday, 3 o'clock with an all-new edition of Pirate Radio Live. Saw a picture of Willie Smith at the game on Saturday. He'll join us to recap what went down. Also, I got a lot of texts from Bryce Williams, some good, some bad during the game.
What's the score?
No.
What channel was it on?
What channel is it on?
He didn't ask me the score, the channel. He just went in with some takes. So
Really?
I was proud of Bryce.
We'll hear him tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll talk to him coming up on the show as well. And we'll see you then Tuesday, 3 o'clock on an all-new edition of Pirate Radio Live. If you're listening Monday, stay tuned for the Brian Bailey Show with Donnie Kirkpatrick. That's on the way. See you Tuesday, folks. So long, everybody.
Thanks for listening to Pirate Radio Live, an exclusive presentation of the voice of the Pirate Nation. This is Pirate Radio, WG.